and we're comfy cozy, and I'm all ready for my cat nap, so that means it's time for the cat's pajamas. Joining me today is the voice that lulls you into a trance, the story weaver who creates as many words as she preserves, and the thoughtful and considerate friend to anyone who calls her such, the librarian succubus dragon, Rinienna. Hello, hello!
I wasn't expecting to roll out the carpet for me to that degree. Oh my god, girl. I'm just gonna take a sip of my tea really quick. I wasn't ready for that.
You deserve it!
Okay then. Hi. Okay. Right. I had to be like, oh wait, we're starting now? Oh right, yeah, okay. Chula doesn't have like the 3 minutes ads that like usually means like there's a good 5-minute window between starting stream and everything. This is fine. And then nope, I got absolutely combo stuns there. Alright. Oh my gosh,
I'm happy
girl.
to have
Alright.
you.
Was not ready for all the waxing poetry. I'm like, oh, okay then.
I try my best. I'm not a very good writer, so I do try my best.
I mean,
with
that
my
was
intros.
that was plenty good enough. I would like, oh my gosh, that would be very much. If someone said that to me IRL, I would be flustered like there's no tomorrow.
I'm so glad. Regardless, would you mind if I greeted the guests here so far?
Yeah, go ahead. I have to recover.
Recovery time works out just fine. I'd like to say hello to Harlequin Actor, hello to Starlit Writer, hello to Twigs and Hubert. So nice to see you all. You're not allowed to have downtime before Chula begins stream. Sorry, oops, whoops, hello. Oh, how have you been today, Rinny?
Well, I'm doing pretty okay. My progress on getting everything for the re-debut is going as well as it can, considering the immense slowdown I had. I blew through my last final. All my finals took me hardly 20 minutes, except they do that thing where it's like, oh, you have to sit in the room for 30 minutes before you can leave.
Yeah.
That way, if anyone comes in, and I'm just sitting there at like 17 minutes, I'm already done. I'm like, okay, we're doing this.
Yeah.
Right. Just gonna
And they
sit.
don't.
There's nothing I can do.
They don't let you use your phone during those either.
Correct, yeah.
Oh,
Though,
that's
like,
rough.
every time they're usually like, okay, bags at the front or back, and phones also at the front or back. I'm like, I don't have a backpack. I have a little fanny pack thigh strap bag on my waist. That doesn't count as a backpack. And I will put my phone in there, and we're not going to worry about it.
Yeah,
That's my loophole I get around with.
That's, pain though. Pain. How did you end up doing though? Do you have your grades in yet?
Don't have my grades yet. Our one professor who has 2 of our tests is really late bird on grading things. I think she has a ton of classes. But my 2 bigger tests, at least, were really easy. I flew through them. It's the 2 smaller tests I'm a little bit more worried about just because the professor did it, but I think I did okay. Stuff like sociology and all, thankfully, at the end of the day, like, terminology is important, but also it's kind of basic common sense, sort of, requires you to be a decent person, I guess, to use common sense. I don't know. I did not take more than 20 minutes on any of my finals. I was the first one done every time.
That does make sense. My semester started on Monday. And we had a quiz within the first week that was just how much do you understand the readings that you read from a, what the themes were, rather than the specific minutia. And we were granted 120 minutes for this little 20-question quiz, and I finished it in like 8 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
It was not hard. That was like unnecessary.
Am I allowed to respond to your chat also for a brief thing?
By all means, you can.
Because Twigs was asking how I'm enjoying Witch from Mercury. I needed to take a break from all the creative things I'm doing because I'm actively having a headache from all the things I've had to juggle. So I'm like, okay, I need to watch something. Oh, Witch from Mercury is actually completely free on YouTube. The
really?
Gundam series. Yeah, no, the Gundam series creators just.
The dub or the sub?
Yes.
Both.
Both.
So the dub was actually my first Crunchyroll dub I was ever in.
Did you voice Chucho?
No, no, God, I wish.
Okay.
No, I was not a named character. I was a background voice. For the first
Understood.
Crunchyroll dub that you ever get into, they always have you doing like tiny background voices to test you out, to make sure that you're gonna be okay and all that nonsense. But
You can see why I would immediately be like, did you voice JoJo?
Yeah, no,
That's your character to voice.
Choo Choo was my favorite, so I understand.
I am I don't want to spoil Witch Mercury. I think it's a really great entry show to Gundam. It's really neat. I really love the first half of it being all fun school times until the needle shifts, and I love that needle shift moment.
Oh yeah.
However, I am so emotionally vested in Choo Choo now. I'm like, I don't. Anyone else in this series can die, not this character. Please do not let her goddamn die. So I'm on episode 15, 16. I kind of stayed up way later than I should have last night because
that's so fair though.
When the needle shifts really good, and really love tone shifts like that nail the execution.
I'll give people bonus points if they can figure out which episode I'm in the background of, because it's only one. It's only one episode.
I watch Japanese subtitles.
No, that's fair. So. Then you'd miss it.
I really, really love Suletsu's Japanese voice acting. It's the main reason I watch it. Is it's very interesting to hear that manner of stuttering in all performance, because you don't usually hear that in Japanese dubs, I feel. I don't usually hear those sorts of characters.
The stutter is usually cut for English dubs, mostly because people don't really talk like that as often in English. Not like they don't at all, but it sounds a lot less natural in English, so they usually do a different
whereas it
alternative.
Sounds so
lots
natural
more
in Japanese, and there's yeah, for sure. And it doesn't sound as interesting in English if someone's... Because usually if someone's having that issue in English, it doesn't sound as natural or such, or I don't know. But Witch Mercury has been really good. I've been really enjoying it. Really good animation, obviously, but especially, oh my gosh, the ending for the second ending for like the later half of the season, core 2, whatever. Oh, that is really good. I love the opening and ending of season 2 being like, hey, we're getting a bit moody now. I'm like, beautiful, great. We had happy go fun times, rock times, and now things are a bit depressing, and I like things a bit depressing.
I'm like, I watched most of the show. I watched most of the show. I actually am only like 3 episodes away from the ending, but it's been so long. I was wondering like if I'd be able to pick it back up and actually remember what was happening. That's my one sadness.
I feel you would just have to pick. I feel if anything, you just have to pick it up from like the second half, honestly.
That's true.
Right?
I could do that.
Because like the big element of the first half is building your connections to the characters and like being intentionally comfortable in the slice of life, fight of the week, school life things where nothing's going wrong or anything, and then you have your like first actual fight in the second half, and someone just gets shot through, and you're like, the school is no longer safe. Nowhere is safe anymore. Okay, gotcha, understood. That was not a one-off with the raid. Everything's, and I love it. I love that tone shift so much.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. The funniest thing to me is like it's very heavily inspired by Utena.
Oh yeah. I've heard that. I've not actually watched Utena. That is very much on my list to watch someday.
I did not like it much, but that's because it's very steeped in metaphor and storytelling that is not straightforward. I had a really hard time following it. I was just not into it because of that. It's kind of unfortunate, but I just didn't.
Interesting.
Guel is a little meow meow.
Guel
Very
is great.
true.
Guel is great.
Very true.
I love him. He's already okay in the first half of the season. Then you get to the second half, you're like, oh, you have been really put through it. Oh, I very much he's a great character.
I love Guel's character arc. I liked how Guel started, just as an interesting, like, haha, funny, shitty person, and I think his whole arc of growth is awesome. Oh. Yeah,
because he like. The moment in episode 12 with the fight that he gets put into and the consequences of that, and him just, there was no way to avoid that, man. Yeah, it's really well done. I am very interested to watch more Gundam after this, but obviously the Yuri makes it easier. Ouch, this Yuri though.
Yeah. Now,
as somebody who writes toxic Yuri, I'm not sure how I like toxic business Yuri. Oh my gosh.
That's fair. Now, I know you have something really exciting coming up, don't ya? Why don't you go ahead and get into the little bit of that?
Me being like, I could talk about my Toxic Gary visual novel that I wrote on. Right, yeah, I technically do have my re-debut happening in 2 days.
You sure do!
Chula has taken up much of my vested time and very important time that I would have wasted watching more Witch of Mercury. That I'm working on for my 1.0 re-debut. My birthday is this Saturday, and to make my birthday more enjoyable for myself, I usually like to schedule events for, and this is probably the biggest event I've ever ran, which is essentially doing a kind of reset sort of on my channel, not really, but like more so just like kind of giving a new start, and like you know, one of those things where like you're halfway through a show and they kind of give like a catch-up episode, but also to sort of like reposition themselves. I kind of want to do that for myself, so I'm doing a whole lore video that has been put together by myself and my wonderful darling artist Reizu, who is the artist of the sketch here that I really love. I saw this sketch and I'm like, I'm putting that onto like a jazz type album, and you're not gonna stop me.
It's gorgeous. Okay, so I know we got this going on Saturday. It says 2 p.m. here. Is that what time zone is
EST,
that for the
Eastern.
EST, right? And what other kinds of things can we?
On that graphic.
What other kinds of things can we look forward to? I hear you mentioned a lore video.
Lore video is the biggest thing I want to. I feel like people do like lore videos after a while, and I want to give something in my form of storytelling at least. So I'm doing a lore video within my budget, which is not much of a budget, but you know, we made it work. I also have a lot of new alerts, new redeems. I have overhauled a lot of my stuff for my redeems, whereas I have like a whole special throwable table now built into the 3D software here. And I have like a new outfit, and maybe one other surprise thing that I haven't really talked about yet that I'm hoping to jump scare people with, but we'll get to that when we get to it.
It's exciting! I'm looking forward to it! Oh, and you also gave me this really cool trailer I'd like to show off if you don't mind.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna give just a moment for that. Here we go. So exciting! I'm really looking forward to it! Happy early birthday! Oop, did you mute yourself? Oh, you did! Oh no, I can't hear you!
Oh, no, Stream Deck, my goddamn Stream Deck did not update the icons. Right, so, I had some help from a friend who is familiar with putting together 3D scenes in Blender, and otherwise I did the limited animation myself. Every time I look at that turn animation, I'm in pain because I'm new to Blender. 3D artists and animators have my immense fucking respect. How the hell do people do this stuff?
It's really impressive, though. I couldn't even begin to animate, so that's like I look at all of that kind of stuff as like in awe, you know. And everybody starts somewhere.
A lot of it ties into video editing. I very much have been, a lot of my streaming project has been more or less trying to get myself thinking more creatively and engaging with some form of creative format. I've not really been able to draw and get myself learning to draw, so I'm like, I need to figure out some to maybe make that easier someday. So I kind of took that with video editing, doing streaming as I am, getting into graphic design, and
my passion.
I kind of want to learn 3D animating, but oh my god, 3D animating is so stressful.
If your model is compatible with MMD, you'd be surprised how many like free MMD dances that you can get. That would be like a decent basis for learning some things, checking some stuff out.
Oh, I don't, I mean, I don't really, not really sure what you're like necessarily talking about. It's not like I totally already have that.
Oh, do you already have some on?
Oh yeah, this is just something that you can do in you can just enable this in VNN pretty easily. I can just
Oh,
dance
that's
at
so
all. I
great!
have I have like all the Final Fantasy 14 dances, most of them, not all of them. There's one, the Thavnarian dance I don't have, and that's one of my favorite picks of animations. But yeah, you can actually just load MMDs
Mhm.
into VNyan and
That's so
just make
cool.
them work normally. I need to add some more over time, but yeah, everything is
That's
just like
so
already in
cool.
there. Yeah, it's a nice way to see how like things work properly, and it's a nice way for me to sometimes show off the tail that people never see otherwise.
That's true. It's the same with me. You don't really get to see my tail unless I have my model zoomed out. That is one of
Hmm.
the fun things about my upcoming model, that once it's rigged, actually, I believe the tail is going to be floating behind my back this time. That's more like by my shoulders. So it'll be a little more visible than it normally is.
Yeah, my tail is not doesn't switch much. Hi, I can do this because 3D things. I can just like make this work and show
That's
off the tail.
true.
But it is a nice scale. I love the job that my artist did on like the scales here
It's
and all. It's
really
very good.
pretty. Extremely
Hi, I can
so.
thing I love with 3D medium is I can just like play around with myself and move things around with ease. I say as I quickly put myself back to the position that Trula told me to hold for about 2 hours and 30 minutes.
I think if I zoomed out just a little bit more, and that's it.
Oh, right. Yes, you
There we
wanted me to
go.
be taller than you.
Perfect, perfect. Yes! There we go! Alright, alright, alright. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm gonna pop in and watch you for a little while. I will be at home at that time, so I can actually tune
Oh, yeah.
in. It's kind of rare.
You're one of my first few mutuals to be like, I'm not gonna be available during that time at all. I'm like, okay, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
I will
Don't
be
worry
there.
about it. People are you get enough people being like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to make that time. I'm like, am I doing something wrong? Did I put it for a wrong time? I've always
No.
put these at 2 p.m. EST. This is the time that I do. But yeah, I'm
I'd
not
have
worrying
to
about it.
tune out at like 6 because that's when my tabletop starts. But I can be there from like 2 until then, and I'm really excited
That's
to show up.
totally fine. I appreciate it. I am hoping I can get everything together until time. I have a motto, which is as little scuff as possible. I try to plan for as much scuff as possible. I consider myself very professional and very on top of my organization. And that's from years and years of scuff. It'll still happen, but I like to try and minimize scuff as much as possible. If any scuff's gonna happen, I prefer it to be the things that can break and be funny when they break, rather than the things that like derail you for 30 minutes.
But the things that are funny when they break are usually related to 3D model assets.
Yes, which a funny thing with this is that I had to put in a so I have one fun redeem that is anyone who has come by my chat before would be familiar with it. The ragdoll redeem. Where the heck is it here?
Don't break my window! Don't break my window! That's so expensive! That's so expensive to replace!
So there is, I had to build in a bit of a fail safe into the ragdoll redeem, which is one of my new outfit kind of has a problem where part of the outfit can be pulled enough that I need to make sure there's a certain toggle on. That way Twitch doesn't kill my ass when I get ragdolled.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. One of those things to be careful of.
Yeah.
One of the nice things about being an extremely say-so VTuber is you don't really have to worry about any of your model outfits potentially hitting on any of those.
I mean, I like, you know, I'm a bit of a saucy, spicy streamer, but I'm not like not safe for work. And I think it is also funny because despite my branding and everything, I don't have, hi kitty, I don't have any goddamn skin showing here.
Yeah,
I don't have any skin showing on this goddamn outfit. I love it. You do, yes, you do have more than me.
But sometimes it's like what you can leave to the imagination. I understand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, entirely. And that's why I'm excited to show off the dresses, because we will finally let the titties breathe, but also having both is good. And I love this outfit extremely.
I do too.
I will never abandon this. Yeah, it may have been hell for my model parents to put together in terms of this shawl. Don't look at me from behind. But I still love it incredibly. My cat is currently in a precarious position, so we may hear things falling over shortly.
Oh no! I see we've got a hydrate also if you want to take part in those.
Tea is part water, steeped with the agony of black tea leaves. So I'll take my agonizing
Tea
water.
tea is still hydrating. I mean, like, I'm drinking
Hmm.
soda, so whatever.
Yeah, I'd say that's worse hydrating than me, girl, to be
Yeah,
honest, but
yeah, yeah. Now then. So I know you do a lot of storytelling, and you've done storytellings in plenty of different methods, right? Right? Have you ever
yes.
been involved in theater at all?
Yes, I was actually in acting pretty much, I think, throughout my entire academic childhood. I was in acting,
Ooh, that's
like
fun.
even from like kindergarten, like doing stuff then.
Mhm.
I don't think there was a year I wasn't ever acting in school at least. Once I got out of high school, I wasn't really able to pursue it as much, but like
Mhm.
I was still playing D&D and doing tabletop RPGs. That was kind of where I was able to continue at least some form of acting. But yeah, no, I did acting pretty frequently. In high school, especially, we had a what's called a one act competition, which is
Oh, I
basically a one
remember
act play.
those. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Oh, did your state do those?
Oh, yeah, yeah. My high school also did one. I did not make it because my theater teacher at the time only really cast territorial people, and I was never territorial enough
Terra
for her.
territorial?
Oh, yeah,
What?
she had this thing where she thought that it was only worth casting an actor who wanted the role bad enough that they were willing to fight for it. And
Oh,
I wasn't
oh,
mean
oh,
like that. So
oh. I see.
I
I
wasn't
see.
bitchy enough. I wasn't the bitchy theater kid, so I never got in. But I do know the story
Oof.
of how that went on my end. I know how it ended and so on and so forth.
Yeah, so our
Mhm.
my state basically and our region overall, New England region, had like one
Mhm.
act acting competitions. So like
Mhm. Mhm.
schools would all like kind of come together and like compete with one another and such, which was cool.
Yeah, that's really
I was
fun.
so confused by territorial for a second. I'm like, I'm sorry, is this a like racism thing we're getting? Oh,
No,
oh no, the
no, no,
competition.
no, no.
Okay, yeah,
They were like the people who got cast were people who were willing to throw shade at me
yeah,
during
yeah, yeah. I
auditions.
understand.
During
Yes,
the
yes, I
auditions.
understand fully
The kind
now.
of unprofessional behavior that if it was a real life job, they would have been told to leave
Yeah.
during the audition phase. I don't know what was up with that teacher. She was weird.
Look, all I had to worry about in my high school was all the musicals we were doing. Our star tenor wouldn't open his goddamn mouth when in Les Mis, and I'm like, buddy, I'm gonna kick you in the balls to make you open your mouth and hit that falsetto. I was the only student, I was the
Mhm.
only goddamn tenor in high school who knew how to do a proper falsetto and how to
Oh.
not be flat as hell. Every I so we also had our region was very good with competitions for activities for the music and the arts. So we also had like singing and band competitions and such.
Mhm.
So there was like an all-state jazz thing that was very competitive, highly competitive. I, the person who had not like done any jazz singing at all throughout high school, got in over like the entire rest of my tenor group, and they were all upset at me. And I'm like, I know how to open my mouth. I know how to open my jaw and make the goddamn sound I need to make.
I believe you. Do you still sing nowadays?
No, I've unfortunately very much fallen out of it, but it is a
Oh.
thing I want to probably get back into.
I'd love to hear it.
It and also like good
Mhm.
vocal training and everything.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm warming myself up to it more and more.
Mhm.
Kind of thing where like if once I find a place to settle down ish enough, I'd love to engage in it as a community level thing.
That
But
sounds
yeah, because I
fun.
want to work on my alto range a bunch.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Pushing your range upwards makes sense.
Yeah, I love having a range. I don't mind
Mhm.
hitting like lower registers as a trans woman,
Mhm.
but I want my comfort spot to obviously sit around here and like in an alto range. I want to be able to just do it all and surprise people with things.
I'm sure you
Like
could.
some of my biggest aspirations are people like Ivory Cello, and
Mhm.
like Penny Snapcube, who just have such an
Yeah.
incredible range. I'm like, if I can emulate that, I'm set. I'm content as a human being.
That's super fair. Penny Snapcube's performance is always great.
Mm-hmm.
I love her
And
music.
Ivory Cello is a Minecraft creator who
Ah.
transitioned and she basically did her own voice training over the course of
Mhm.
2 to 3 years, and then just released like over the last 2 years a series called White Pine, where she just did phenomenal voice acting, and I had to keep reminding myself
Wow.
that she's a trans woman. I'm like, oh my god, you're doing crying and screaming. Those are two things that are really, really hard to do with when you're voice training yourself and like having to work like getting to a feminine voice. That is not easy to do.
I can
I
imagine.
I hate getting excited at ever because that is my weakness. If I get too excited, I
Hmm.
do like lose my like resonance that I usually sit pretty naturally in.
Yeah, I know the thing with
Screaming.
like crying, especially, because like the natural feeling when you're trying to emulate crying is you kind of open your throat a little bit, which is a little bit harder
Hmm.
to do, I imagine, when you're doing voice training. Sorry, I sounded
Yeah,
like
it's
I'm
just a
sad,
matter
but
of
I'm not.
it's just a matter of like adopting the
Yeah,
proper
yeah.
resonance and getting your voice into that comfort zone. But oh my gosh, if anyone's like, if there's any trans women watching this, go watch White Pine for some like inspirational trans femme voice acting. It's so good. I really love it.
Oh, but how did your one act competition end up going?
Oh right, did I have a story about that? I forgot.
Yeah.
S-
Feel free to
me
open
having to
up
be
the
like, what did
doc
I
if you need
actually
to.
provide Chula? I completely forgot.
I can send you a link if
Important
you
con.
need it.
Yeah, send me the link again.
Okay.
Important context. I have worked on the course of 4 projects for IRL things, as well as getting my ceiling painted, as well as having to work on the re-debut things, as well as publishing a visual novel last July. I have been very busy.
I can
Chula
imagine.
kept Shula kept asking me for things. I'm like, I need you to wait until this
I'm
Friday
so
or I will
sorry.
explode. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay,
But
not
yeah,
this
give me that link so
here.
I just quickly remind myself like what I had pinned
Yeah,
down
I'm
or
trying to
such.
find the one that's not my secret copy that has some questions you haven't seen.
I'm just hitting has the link at least.
I think here we go. I think this is the one. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh yeah, just the one. I mean, yeah, the one I made at least. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Here you go.
So big thing with the 1X is that they were a really good chance for networking. I think this is where I
Oh yeah.
kind of got my networking abilities very quickly was thanks to the 1 act competitions as well as like the all-state music competitions and all. It was that I was able to get out of my bubble, which oh my god, I needed to get out of my bubble because my high school sucked. Holy shit, just absolute bubble of stagnating. So where I really started to learn how to be able to like navigate and interact with people on a large scale was like in my later years of high school through 1 acts, where we had one year that at the end of this is basically a week-long competition,
Oh,
weekends long
yours? Okay,
competition.
okay.
That
I was
yeah,
about
yeah,
to
not a
say.
week long. Usually it's like a Friday Saturday thing. Sometimes a Thursday Friday Saturday, depending on how many schools are participating. For those who aren't familiar, a 1 act play is what it sounds like. It is a single act of a play. Well, rather a play that is a single act. You
Yeah.
have 40 minutes to get on stage, do your play, and get off stage. Don't leave a goddamn scrap of anything behind, or you're
Yeah.
penalized for that. So like you have 5 minutes clean up and like set up. But while judges would be evaluating things, schools would usually host like some sort of party. And I kind of had a fun time where I got like one of my first like out of my bubble of school relationships through that, where I kind of happened into a relationship with a really cool person. We got together because while we were dancing together, I learned that she was anemic because she immediately collapsed to the floor, and I had to like scoop her up to pick her up and like bring her into like a chair. And she was immediately like, "Okay, you're a good person." I'm like, okay. I can't explain the amount of panic that was going through like 16 or 17-year-old Rinienna's brain when she had a beautiful goddamn girl who was cool as hell just completely collapse on the floor. I'm like, oh god, did I trip her up? What happened? So that got in a really cool relationship. Only lasted a few weeks because she was much more experienced than me, and like we
That's
broke off
fair.
amicably.
That's
But a big
fair.
thing I learned, a really wonderful thing I learned from it was that my high school theater group on the bus ride home from that evening had seen this, and they're like, "You're gonna last 2 weeks with her."
Oh
They
my
made bets of
god.
how long I would last. They were right, but for completely different. Like, they thought it was completely in the realm of like I couldn't hold a relationship at all, and like didn't deserve it or anything or
What?
whatever. That type of stuff. Oh yeah, yeah.
What?
The two relationships I had through high school, both times I had people making bets on me, and yeah,
That's
it was not great.
insane.
Yeah, yeah.
That is insane.
This is what I meant when I told Chula, like, I'm like, hey, a lot of my stories are kind of sad and stuff,
No,
and
I
like, but
understand though. Oh, do you
yeah,
remember?
I cannot.
Do you remember where your school ended up placing in the 1X competition?
Uh, that year, I think we got like fourth or something. An unfortunate part
Ooh.
of our competition was that one school in our district
Mhm.
had money,
Yeah, that'll do it.
had the type of money to put on a Don Quixote play and have like one of those goddamn ball opera-esque like 12 plus foot background props. I'm like, guys, we're working with goddamn nailed down planks of scrap wood. What are we doing here? Why are you showing off this much? Uh, you mentioned before like a series that have like too much metaphors. They would
Yeah.
always do plays that are like,
Oh
can
no.
any of your students explain what this is without sounding full of themselves?
Oh
Don Quixote
no.
is an exception, obviously, but a lot
Yeah,
of the Don Quixote
Don
also
Quixote
does
is a
sort of place
classic.
into that. It does place into that realm also as a
Yeah.
one act play. Don Quixote is not short, but it would be a lot of stuff where it's like, oh my god, you're so full of yourselves and your budget. So we would
That's
often
how I feel about Utena. I'm so sorry.
we were we were often like underdogs having to very much scrap with them as best as possible. We didn't actually go move on in the competition until like my senior year. I almost said year 12 because I'm in Canada currently, but senior year is what Americans
So
say.
I do know what happened to the one that I didn't get cast in. Because it was very funny and very corrupt at the same time. So I heard a couple of stories, one of which was that my school was the only one in that competition that received a standing ovation.
Oh hell yeah!
Yes, and they won a prize for I think best writing or something like that. They won like a special individual prize, or best overall, something like that. But because the people who were in the judges table, one of the people at the judges table was an employee at another school that was competing. So they were not given the rights to continue on to the upper competition, despite the fact that they won like the most unique writer or whatever, and they were the only one to get a standing ovation. They still didn't get to move forward because of judge corruption. And I had to sit there and be like, that's what you get. Oh, because the girl who got the part that I had been auditioning for, literally during auditions, had said something really shitty to me in front of the teacher and the person who wrote the one act, directly in front of them, and she got cast and I didn't. And I'm like, at that point,
one of those teachers
I don't give a
understood.
shit.
Yeah, understood. I don't blame you at all for that. Yeah, no, ours was way more scrappy and chill in comparison. Goodness gracious, wow.
One of the schools,
okay, then.
One of the schools in our district area had was a theater school. I tried to get into it. I didn't. That was the school that had the judge on the panel that was from that school.
I see.
So, like, in theory, it makes sense, but clearly made decisions that were incorrect.
Yeah. Yeah, fun thing with this was like just the chance to like network and talk with people was really neat, to the point that like I was never hanging out with my school and they would always be confused how I had suddenly like made so many friends from every other school. There was a day when my mom, like my mother entered my room and was like, hey, a relative just called saying that their kid had heard about you at their school.
Oh.
This said relative was 3 hours north of us.
Oh! Huh! Well!
Also, like, because the way I dressed was very much standout and such,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I made an impression and everything. Like, I was very much doing, like, high school scene kids type dress stuff back then. But that was a funny time. I'm like, oh, yeah, I know that person. Yeah.
I did go to a con once, dressed up in cosplay, and at the exact same time as that con, in the exact same building, was a cheerleading competition. One of the cheerleaders at my high school recognized me. And in school, the next week, she comes to me and goes, Were you that girl who was like dancing along to the caramel dancing at that convention? And I was mortified.
Amazing.
So I like understand. She was completely nice about it though. I've also talked about this.
Cool.
All of the varsity cheerleaders at my high school were actually really nice people. So the people who were nasty to me were all like the theater kids.
So okay, so you had the angsty drama school, not the angsty sports school.
Yeah.
Understood.
So the theater kids were mean to me, and then there was a bunch of people in the anime club who like directly staged a coup against me when I was the vice president.
Now look at you. How many of them are? Yeah, I'm like, yeah. How many of them are, doing your thing? I wonder.
I don't know. I ran into one of my fellow people at a con not too long ago from that club, but it was one of the people who was nice to me, and I think it's the only person I've run into in a long time. So it's hard for me to say. I don't keep up with any of them because they were nasty. So why would I bother?
Yeah. If I ever get invited to like the high school reunion things,
I'm going.
I would happily be going and just appearing like in the most killer heels and outfit that I can manage and be like, hi bitches.
Yeah,
Hi.
exactly.
Y'all were kind of fucking shitty to me. Remember that?
Yeah.
I'm just here to look cool and make you all feel ashamed of yourselves. I mean, some of them are probably very successful. I know a few of my my high school people are leading very successful lives currently. Yeah. But
see, Penny in chat goes, Chula's a woman full of spite. This is very accurate. And I think, what is the best way to be spiteful? Appear somewhere successful and hot. You know what I mean? That'll do it!
I'm working on both of those, but farther along with one than the other. I have decent titties so far.
Ooh, good, exciting.
High school reunion. I've not heard anything of my high school reunion.
So they do happen. It's just usually that the class president, like the student council president of the year that you graduated, is the people to organize them.
They have to take.
Yeah, the school themselves does not organize them. It has to be the students. So if your student council does not want to organize that, then you're just not gonna get one.
Gotcha. I mean, because usually those happen every 10 years, right? If it did happen.
I hear like a lot of the time the first one that shows up is 15 or 20.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Cool. Great. I have another 5 years to get better chess then.
Yeah. Oh, but my 15 is already passed and they didn't do anything. So. Oh God, it melded. But why don't we move into our first game of the night? What do you say? How you feeling?
Hold on a fucking second. I'm doing mental math really quick. You're 15 past?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm graduated high school at 17
You had to graduate. Okay, there we go. Understood. Okay. Yep.
So,
end of sentence. Beautiful.
Yep. I graduated
that's where
at
my
17.
That's where my math is. Like, you had to have graduated when you were either 16 or 17. That does not math out that your 15-year-old thing
I graduated.
already passed.
I skipped second grade. I regret that choice.
Did I skip anything? I can't remember. I had some weird things, but like I was one of those kids that had to go into like step up and which is between kindergarten and first grade, I think. Like K through 5 was like a little bit of a wonky time for me. So, and sure enough, I definitely had something up with me.
Yeah. Now then.
Anyways, speaking of something up with me, you're gonna subject me to the game that I have repeatedly been like, I don't know how this goes.
Yeah, it'll be fun, I promise. You don't have to be good at it. Just you're gonna have a good time. That's all that matters. So we're
how
starting.
How can you be good at Mad Libs? How can you be good
at
Mad Libs?
Oh, we're not doing Mad Libs next.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I'm like, how can you be good at Mad Libs?
Next up, we've got our first game of the night, Lie to Me. All right. So, the repeating game, the goal of this game is, starting from here, everything that Rinnie is going to answer is completely fake. None of it is real. It is all made up, and we're gonna have a good time about it. So, you are not legally liable for anything that is about to be said. All right, so for our first question, so, Rinny, as we both know as a librarian and a future librarian, right now is a rough time for libraries when it comes to book bannings and book challenges. Sometimes
My
these
pain.
challenges are extremely stupid and not even something that's inappropriate. For those who don't know, most librarians have the ability to deny these challenges and bannings and keep the books on the shelves anyway. What was the weirdest attempted book ban you received? Like the strangest one. If you don't remember the title, describing the topic of the book will do.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Honey, I cup your cheeks gently. Wait, I'm trying to find like where did I put the lies to me stuff? Where did I put my answers to this?
That's because the answers, the questions were all a secret for this one. You've never seen them before.
Oh.
Yep.
Right, okay. I'm like, wait a minute, was I supposed to give lies in the chat? Right. Hi, totally well planned for this and everything, and
I'm
not
so
juggling everything
sorry.
at once.
It's all good. You've been busy as hell.
I have been so busy as hell. Keep right. Which question was this again?
Okay, what is the weirdest attempted book ban you've received? If you don't remember the title, describing the topic is fine. We're looking for something strange.
Well, I think the weirdest book ban I've seen is probably The Book Thief, which the reason for The Book Thief being banned was because it shows vandalism of books inside the Book Thief, even though the book being vandalized is a book that I would dare say deserves to be vandalized, if any book. If you're not familiar with The Book Thief, the whole conception of The Book Thief is that like books are being stolen and like it's during the Holocaust, and a book is like vandalized and painted over to be tell a different a Jewish story, and they paint over Mein Kampf, and I'm like, oh boy.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
Yeah, we want to ban the book for that reason. Okay then, sure, I guess.
Okay! Yeah, I guess that'll do it. I've seen all sorts of weird things that people have tried to actually... one of the things that do count as a book banning is if somebody does steal a copy of a book and then throw it away and they just never return it to the library. That's one that kind of goes underreported because it's often missed by librarians.
Like, so it's banned because it's no longer available?
No, that's one option. Most of the time it's book challenges where you fill out a paperwork about the book that you want removed from the library, and the board of librarians will review why they want the book banned and then decide whether or not to keep it. Like 99% of the time, the librarians keep it. Even if they have to reclassify it. Oh, I'm sorry, this is a little off topic, but one of my professors gave me the funniest suggestion to deal with somebody who challenges certain topics. Not quite. Okay, so if you end up purchasing a book that has fake news in it, the best way to keep that book available to people while still making it clear that it is false information is to classify it as fiction. Oh.
Yeah, I definitely think it's important to like, even if something is a terrible work and like depicts something terrible, it was still created, and like, we can't necessarily erase that from history. I think we would step into a lot of problems if we do revisionist history.
Correct.
Revisionist history is a problem no matter what the end goal is.
Yeah. So you just put it in fiction.
Works enough because, that is a work of fiction, essentially.
Yeah, no, it is. All right, so I've got another question for you. So, dragons are known for hoarding objects, and I know you call your collection of stories dear to you. Many other dragons choose things like gold and gems. If you hadn't chosen the current theme of your hoard of stories, what would the backup be? What would your backup be?
Well, first of all, let's get it out of the way that any dragon who says that they don't have gold and gems in their hoard is just absolutely full of themselves. Every dragon has something of wealth in them. Like, if you're gonna think that I don't have a decent amount of gems and such in my hoard, then like you're just full of yourself.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Yes, it's called. Look, it's like featuring what you care about most. I do care about gems, but also putting the stories on top of those gems and everything. Now, what stories can be, that's a different thing. If not for that, if not for that, uh, that's not appropriate to say. That's not appropriate to say. That's also not appropriate to say. um,
I see.
probably my favorite types of blades and such.
Ooh,
Maybe
knives,
I enjoy a good
swords.
I enjoy a good quality long sword and bastard sword and like.
Oh, that's so fun! That is so fun. I especially like them as decoration objects, I think. They're really interesting.
Yes. In my case of decorating, it's sometimes just laid about a pile of gems, but like,
Yeah,
it shows
well.
on fine.
Of course, of course.
Unironically, Hubert, the amount of times I have to keep being like, right, don't say that. You can't say that. You
I'm
have to really
sorry.
filter yourself. There was a time where I said heck instead of fuck, even though I'm
Oh,
like,
you
I
can
can
totally
say the
cuss
F
here.
bomb here.
Yeah, you're
I
allowed to
know,
cuss
but
here.
it's the slippery slope problem where I'm like, gotta keep myself.
That's so fair. Oh, right. Rinny, I heard at one point in time you considered pursuing the art of chocolate sculpting as a hobby, and you were quite good at it. It's a shame you gave up. What was the project that led to you stopping your chocolate sculpting for good?
What was the project? Butterflies.
Oh,
Butterflies were the
butterflies.
problem. I hated having to do butterflies. It's simple as hell thing to do, but like nope. I hated at all the concept of having to do any sort of 3D ornaments put onto a sculpture itself. And that was a project that I was tasked to do. I'm like, nope, not for
Oh.
me.
Was it a commission?
No. It was part of my as I was going through school to be. I was taking actual classes for it.
Oh, I see. Did you end up turning it in at all, or did you just stop midway?
I kind of stopped midway.
That's fair enough.
I may have also injured myself like at the same time, like
Oh.
doing totally different things. So I took it as an excuse to stop doing it.
Hey everybody,
I am a very
I broke my finger. I am leaving so I can recover.
Oh no, I actually tore a muscle in my shoulder. So that was the
Oh,
big
that's
thing. I'm like,
worse.
I actually can't do this, and then I missed like a week of classes. I'm like, I'm done doing this.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
so
catching
fair.
up in this.
That's
Not
so
catching
fair.
up. Yeah, not for me. Things I learned, but things I definitely learned were not for me.
That's so understandable.
Yeah, so like butterflies and stuff for like
Mhm.
chocolate sculpting and all that sort of like decoration require basically like how you do it is you do like folded paper and like you kind of are
Oh.
doing things on like one side of paper and then doing like the middle section to the middle of the paper, and that's how
Oh,
like a lot of
that's
some yeah, if you're
that's
doing
so much.
small decorated objects, you're rarely like you're usually doing it more like sort of icing style rather than like
Oh,
sculpting something to put onto something that you're sculpting, and
I
that's
see.
it was the extra portion, yes.
That's rough. That sounds miserable. I can understand. Butterflies also have a lot of tiny details in their wings that you'd have to keep track
So
of when it comes
many.
to the airbrushing part. That's the word. Airbrushing. Yes. But I know since then you've changed in hobbies, and I know you have the modern hobby of running and participating in some tabletop games. From my own experience, even, not every campaign turns out for the better. I heard you once had a player who had tried to spike the other players' drinks at the table with an unusual potion. Could you tell me a little bit more about how that went and what the potion was like?
Right. Can't say that. Can't say that. Half of my thinking is having to continually try to like think how to filter things into like a very nice and orderly manner. I promise my streams are not like extremely horned dog things.
No, I believe you. I know. I've sat in your streams before.
Right. So the potion essentially was this player was essentially trying to god mode and basically
Mhm.
get the players to be not like a sexual harem with them, but be like the
Okay.
sort of supportive harem that's like, yeah, you can take all the magic items, even though it'd be more fitting on this character, and we have the home rule about attunement rolls and everything.
So like a potion
So
of suggestion of sorts?
more or less, yeah, essentially, including on like the game master and everything.
Oh
But like,
no!
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna be god moding, you kind of have to like kind of either
That's true.
you have to either charm the GM in some way
Mhm,
too, or
mhm.
just fully actually charm them in some way. Anyways, they kind of forgot that I'm sort of immune to poisons, because
Oh,
like, and yeah,
dragon
like I kind of
things.
can detect things. Yeah, like
Ah.
um.
Well, I suppose it's a very
Also,
quick
I'm
way.
gay. Also, I'm gay. So like that was another thing that kind of really quickly got in the way of things that like people often forget about is like yeah. Chula, how many magic items do you have in your game?
uh, I have right now, Everlight Crystal. I think I have the Gorilla. It's like a pendant that gives you a leap, a bonus to jumping actions. It's like Gorilla Pendant or something like that. And I think I was holding on to some other stuff, but right now I think those are the only 2 magic items that I currently have, because I did sell some things. You have Gorilla! Yeah! But it's actually a pretty recent campaign. We only just started recently, and I don't know if anyone else has 2. Gorilla.
Okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, we're really complaining about 2 magic items here. Wow, things must be
To be
really
fair,
poor, non.
to be fair, I was the carrier of many magic items in the last dungeon, and I held on to them until we like decided what to do with some things.
Okay, understood. Gotcha.
Oh gosh. But I'm assuming that you kicked that player out. That's kind of the end of a campaign even. Or not even the campaign, but just that player at the table.
Oh yeah, rocks fall, they conveniently die.
They conveniently died!
Wow, I can't believe little Timmy just took a small little tumble and got into that one part of the cave just
Woohoo!
perfectly enough where a rock fall would only kill them and nobody else. Anyways, let's move
I'm
on.
fortunate. All right, I've got one more question for you for this section. You know, one peculiar trait I've heard about dragons is that the kinds
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Penny said that you missed your +1 sword. Okay,
Oh,
you're hoarding
yeah.
3 fucking items. Okay,
Okay,
then. Wow.
okay.
All right.
My +1
All right,
sword,
then.
yeah.
That's a little bit too much. Yeah.
That's true. I did forget about it since that's not one that I picked up. It was something I already had. But you know, a peculiar trait I've heard about dragons is that the kinds of colds they catch tend to be a little more magical in nature. I heard your last illness you caught was pretty rough for you. What were the symptoms like?
I mean, yeah. Unfortunately, given like poison things and all, does kind of result in just an absolute mess. I'm not really able to control the thickness of my poison that I naturally create, and also my domain was sort of just essentially clogged up for a time and really dense for anyone to get into.
That's rough.
Yeah, basically equivalent to like the smokiest fire that you've ever seen in a building, and so like, you know, even like devils were having a little bit of an issue getting into the castle and such, but also like they're usually getting into the castle to try and steal things, so it was fine.
Do you
It
usually like
worked
keep
out, no?
servants on like around helping clean things up and whatnot in your castle?
Not really. I
Okay,
kind of
that-
leave like more than half of the castle just empty, to be honest. So like what
That works
goes
out.
on there is I don't care about. I stay in like the lower half and everything.
So at least there wasn't anybody in particular who was super in danger. As long as you like you're-
Probably.
Mhm.
I don't really check on the rooms that I don't use at all. So if there's someone dead in there, I mean, like that's kind of not a me issue. And I mean, something will go and eat whatever is remaining there. I
It'll
don't
start
know. I
stinking
don't really care.
eventually. You'll probably find it
Usu-
sooner or later.
Usually gets cleaned up enough. Yeah, I kind of just keep to like my little quarter that of the rooms that I use, and I
Yeah.
don't worry about the rest. Like, kind of accidentally stumbled into having this castle. Not a thing that I really wanted, but you know, it is how it is.
Yeah. Still fun. And
I
thus
control thickness.
concludes.
Okay, Hubert.
And thus concludes the Lie to Me section. We are back to truths. We are truthers once more.
I'm gonna lay down really quick. My autism was on fucking uncontrollable
You
speed there. Okay,
you
then.
were doing so well. You were doing
I
so
have not had
well.
I have not had to improv in so I mean, it kind of helps to quickly be able to use like the can't say that as like a let me think,
Oh
let me
yeah.
think, let
No,
me
I'm
think.
totally fine with that. Even then, like a little pause to think about it is perfectly
Well, yes,
acceptable.
but I made it into a
Yeah,
good
bit.
excuse. I made it into a good bit.
That's
Yes.
funny. It worked out well. I'm glad. That does bring us into the next section, which is social media questions from viewers. So let me
Oh
pull
boy.
some of those up. So first off, we have a question from. Here, let me load this up. Make sure I'm quoting the right person. Yes, we have a question from Purple is the best. How do you figure out if you like a book before buying it?
I mean, we are talking about either the subjective view of just me, or you're asking about how to generalize you. Usually I always read the back of a book really quick. I also look at the cover art and see if like it vibes well. I mean, I picked up a book recently called The Painter Knight that had like a okay dragon on it, but like I read the back of it and like, okay, this is a nice thing. And also it's like
Yeah.
a dollar book. I'm like, I need to pick up something. Accidentally figured out it was the sequel in like a trilogy, but like it doesn't really
Oh,
require that much knowledge of the first book. So
that's
I'm
good
like,
to know.
I'm just reading through it more
Yeah,
so
yeah.
to like study writing styles and everything. So like, yeah, I feel reading either the back summary or reading like a few pages in and just like
Mm-hmm.
finding something that catches your attention.
Yeah.
A book doesn't necessarily need to be like a banger. It just needs to be something that you're into and that you enjoy. Same for like getting into the Locked Tomb trilogy. For me, I heard
Yeah.
Goth Space Knights, and I'm like, okay, oh, and a
Yeah.
Siri, okay, I can kind of get into that, and like I went through the audiobook of that.
I have heard
Um,
very good things about that series. I've also heard that it is very not Shula friendly.
uh, I mean, I don't. I mean, yeah, it's a little gruesome, but like also it's just like I wouldn't really say.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say there's any
There was one
incredibly terrible
There was
descriptions
one
of well.
particular content warning that I am specifically horrible with that I was told exists in there.
Which one was that? If you can remind
I'm
me of
so
that?
bad at cannibalism. It fucks me up. It fucks me up something awful.
Trying to remember if there was any. Is there any amount of cannibalism?
I
I
have been
can't
told
remember
that
if
there
there's any amount.
is. Yeah.
I like. I know there's some like. Locked Tomb is all about like souls and like
Yeah.
necromancy
Yeah,
and
yeah.
such. I think there's maybe some soul eating, but like not actual. I forget.
Maybe
I
I don't know the details. I didn't ask,
and
you know.
yeah, I don't have any lasting memory, but also like Locked Tomb does get a bit like grisly and all, but it's the sort of thing where like the written word usually doesn't mess me up too much of that sort of thing. If it's like a
That's true.
visual thing though, meanwhile, like that could mess me up.
Believe it or not, the thing that scares me the most with horror things is sound design. Sound design
Mm,
fucks me up way more
mm.
than the writing alone. That's like I mentioned this like yesterday. That's the reason I couldn't do really Zero Time Dilemma, is that the sound design was just so different from the previous two games.
I
That
can
I
understand that, yeah. I suppose like that's the thing that I really like of Signalis. Signalis is one of my favorite horror games just because it's done very artfully. Um, whenever like something really bad is happening on screen, often like they're taking it. It's very much timed to music and like
Yeah.
usually if something bad happens, there's like no sound effects at all. Um, Signalis has impeccable sound design. It's a
That's
really
good to
enjoyable
know.
experience,
That's
and not
interesting.
and it's my type of horror game, which means that you could get through it. But there is some like dismemberment and granted like it's a robot dismemberment, but
Dismemberment
still
actually doesn't bother me at all. It never has.
okay. Yeah, you can get
Shrug.
you could get through Signalis pretty easily then. Signalis is an experience. It's like an Evangelion level experience for me. Really good.
Understandable. All right, I have another question for you. This one
Oh,
is
you had to dip out from Slay the Princess for that?
for the
That
sound
makes
design.
sense.
Yes.
That makes sense. Yeah,
The
yeah.
sound design in
Understood.
Slay the Princess is a lot.
Mhm,
It's a
mhm.
lot.
Yeah, I think sound design is like a component sort of for me, but it's also like
Mm.
depending on like how focused it is and
Yeah,
such. Like
yeah.
I think I talked about Made in Abyss before with you, where like Made in
Yeah, I had
Abyss,
to drop. I had
the
to.
episode 10 moment, and the episode 10
Yeah.
moment is like they spend the entire 9 episodes before that saying, hey, this is a thing that can happen. So like they prep you for it,
They
but then they give you a
did.
double whammy. They give you a
Yeah.
double whammy of another thing happening at the same time. Like, nope,
Yeah.
nope, nope. The way that's
No,
nope,
it
nope.
was. I already
Even
had
if
a
it,
hard enough time getting to episode 10. It was
yeah.
I kept having to take breaks because it was too much for me. And then episode 10, I stopped halfway through the episode.
That is, I think, the first and only time in my life where I've almost passed out from a piece of media. I quite genuinely had to rush out of my room to the bathtub to run my hand under cold water
Oh,
because I was so close
I
to
can.
fainting. It was that
Yeah,
bad.
no, I
I,
can
I don't
imagine.
I don't think I've had a piece of media do that to me ever since, and that was almost 10 years
It's
ago,
heavy.
essentially. Which,
Yeah.
yeah, like there's a lot of problems
Oh,
with
it
that
was
series.
10
I'm
years
not gonna.
ago.
I love its world design so much,
It's
though,
very
which makes me
pretty.
so sad.
It's very pretty. So I can see why people liked it, but I just no, this is too much. All right.
Yeah.
Next question. We have a question from Kitsunora. Do you ever have to shave down your own horns? I know goats do, so they don't grow backwards into their skulls. Your facial expression!
I gotta sip my tea really quick. One moment. Touch my horns and die. I thought
see.
it was bad enough that I have people wanting to lick and eat my goddamn horns on a goddamn daily basis, but well, I mean that would also do damage to them. But I mean, God, okay.
No, I
think
I imagine there's enough poison in there.
unless they get like damaged or something, I can kind of file them, but that's not an enjoyable experience either.
I can imagine.
It kind of just works with shape-shifting things to work out and not be an issue.
That's true. That's true. That would make that easier if you can just boop. They're shorter now.
Yeah, my horns are goat-like, but yeah, it kind of just works out. I don't worry too much about it. I do a little bit filing if I can, but just like my hair in the morning, it ends up this way.
Oh, that must be so convenient. My hair maintenance care routine is so long.
It won't show that well with video quality, but I like the quality of my goddamn horns the moment I showed it off, and like the glitteriness really messed with
the
people.
glitter! I do see it!
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
People
that.
were like, I want to lick that. I can taste that. I'm like,
it looks like candy, yeah.
yes. Hell's Casino did a wonderful job on it. Let me zoom myself back out again.
There we go. All right. I've got another question.
Do I shapeshift? Wait, I also, Penny has a question. Really quick. Do I shapeshift to make my horns bigger? Not really. I like them this size. It works out balance-wise and everything. They do get a little bit bigger in my like full dragon form, which I link Chula really quick if she wants to demonstrate that. They are bigger depending on like size and everything, but it's more so based on like what needs to be balanced out and such essentially. Actually, I should probably do this one instead for like the height comparison. What kind of breath weapon do you have? My breath weapon is very much a I am loosely based on a 5e green dragon to a degree, but it is very much like a smoke poison breath. So has status effects to it, and also like does a mixture of fire and poison damage. Yeah, if you want to pop that on screen, Chula. Also for the fun fact that people get to see that my dragon form's not that big.
That's true. Yeah.
I
don't think I have a picture of your dragon form saved.
I just sent you it.
You sent it to me. Yes. Okay. Here we go.
The Dragon Council VTuber group often is like, oh, I'm so powerful and massive and just absolutely ginormous. I could eat an entire sun if I wanted to. I'm over here like, so I'm like 13 feet tall and I'm happy about it. I can fit inside a library hall and that works out for me.
Here we go. Sorry, just resizing image.
Mhm.
Ba-bum! And then I think, here we go. Your size here was blending into your coat.
Oh, I should have given you the one that wasn't transparent, but oh well, it's
That's
fine.
fine, it's
But
fine,
yeah.
it's fine. Tiny.
Oh, Kane did a really great job in that design. I love
It's
it. But
very
yes,
pretty.
I like my horns being relatively contained. I'm very particular about my shaping and my shape language and kind of proportional sizes and all. Like things being even. If the horns are too big, it kind of throws things off. I don't want to like distract too much by being like, oh wow, look how majestic my horns are.
This makes sense.
And also that just gets tangled up in things. I'm already like a tangle hazard as is. Chula, stop putting me in your hair, I beg of you.
Never! I'll accept the poison if my fate comes down to it. All right, for our next question. Our next question from Raketakar, also known as Hubert Black on Blue Sky. How many pancakes does it take to shingle the roof of a doghouse? Nope, I have no idea what this question is. What do you think? Probably depends on the size of the dog.
It does depend on the size of the dog and also how luxurious that doghouse is, because some dogs want like a comfy, cozy house that like they kind of have to squeeze into, while other dogs may want like a full house the size that like would cost my entire life savings.
Yeah.
It also depends on the quality of the pancake. If we're talking about a short stack or like just like a nice small like nickel-sized pancakes and everything.
Can I pick that?
I mean,
have you ever seen those the pancakes that they make in Japan that are extremely fluffy and basically a whole layer of a cake size? I think we should pick those.
I mean, it's going to take a decent amount of those because you're talking about shingling the roof of a doghouse.
True.
Oh wait, no, shingling, right, making the shingles of doghouse. I assume, right. I was like
so
tearing off the
lot.
shingles. I'm like, I mean, yeah, probably 2 of those then, I think, if we're talking about like the Japanese pancakes.
Yeah. I think like, if we're doing one side, my guess would be 4. So you would need 4 on each side specifically. So I think 8 total. That would be my
Hubert,
guess.
I need you to remember that you're talking to 2 gals who like head like voiceover groups and so have to put up with bits multiple times. And
we do this all the time.
Like both Chula and I's groups have done this on a respective of the devil streams and everything, and putting too much thought into a thing that does not require that much thought.
It really doesn't. Oh, but yeah, I think for average doghouse, I would go with 8. Average doghouse size, I would go with 8.
But average pancake, and that's like average pancake size, probably quadruple that if we were talking average pancake size. But and then obviously like syrup's going to be used as the binding agent, obviously.
Oh yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, it will still like rot in the rain, but like
I mean,
so
we're worrying about it's gonna be good for a good time, not a long time. A good time may be approximately like, I don't know, a few hours before
the dog eats them.
Yeah, well, no, it'll bind pretty well at least. Like once it dries in like the sunlight, that'll be pretty well crusted, I think, and all. Yeah.
Maybe that would be less nice for a dog to eat.
I mean, hey, this didn't involve the dog eating the doghouse here.
That's
like
true.
if the question was to eat an entire gingerbread doghouse, then that's a whole different matter.
Oh, gingerbread. Oh, that's such a cute image, I think.
Also, Chula, you need to reset your mic really quick?
Oh, yeah, hold on. That's going to require me leaving and re-entering. Give me just a moment.
That's fine.
Okay,
no
can
more
you hear
questions from Hubert. Hi. Yeah, I hear you fine. I mean, hey, you gave a silly question. We gave
a silly answer.
Way more than was required for thought. Aren't you happy? This is what you're paying for. I don't think you're paying for anything. But,
no, nothing's being paid for today. Not today, anyway.
Wait, no, Hubert's a subscriber. They are indeed paying for this.
Oh, that's true. You're right. Okay. All right. So we are done with the social media questions today. But we've got some interesting things. You've also had some other experiences in high school, right?
Yes, I
What
say
was?
as I quickly pull up the
Yeah,
document again to remind myself what I
there's
wrote,
lots of like
because I had to
classic.
particularly pick things.
There's lots of like classic experiences that you often go through. You like I don't want to say uniform,
Oh
but very
god, I forgot
common
about
and
this one.
stereotypical ones. Like I don't know,
Right,
the
this one,
football
this,
game,
yep,
prom.
yep, yep, yep. Yeah, right, right. So this is peak silly Rennie ever. This is the story I like to bring up always for people to be like, how did you manage that? Especially when I get into the fact that like, right. So baby Rennie got invited to a prom for like what I think it was a junior prom. I think I was probably a sophomore for it. I forget. I got
It's
invited to
great.
somebody's prom as like as friends, and so we went. You know, we had a good time and all, and then we went to Denny's afterwards,
Oh.
which should be a red flag to anybody who knows the average Denny's in high school story. It
Oh
never
yeah.
goes well.
Yeah.
um, so this Denny's, which is closed down nowadays, by the way,
Okay.
sadness.
Yeah.
This Denny's we went to, I think it was 11 o'clock at night, which is
Of
I
course.
like the latest I had stayed up to at that point in my life. I
Wait,
did not
like
stay up too
stayed
late.
up? Like stayed up? You never. Come on, not even for like New Year's to go stay up till midnight?
Not at that point. No, I hadn't really
Oh,
done much New Year's things at all.
wow, that's kind of insane.
Yeah, no, I was very much like an innocent baby for a lot of my life. It's why I got broken up with by that previous partner I mentioned. It's like amicably because they're like, oh, you're really innocent. I don't want to. Can't say that. Can't say that. Can't say that. Uh, and I'm like, you know what? That's so fair.
That is reasonable, yeah.
If you're at Denny's, you're not. Yeah, if you were at Denny's, either you just won a competition and every like clique from school is there for whatever reason at the same time. They're gonna make it your problem to deal with,
Yeah.
or you're having a horrible time. It's 2 a.m. and they don't have chicken burgers in stock, and they're gonna sit next to you and be like, "I don't have this in stock. Can I do something else for you?" That has happened to me before. But this particular night was like before I really started hitting any sort of experimental time in my life and actually doing stuff with my life.
Yeah.
So it was past my usual bedtime and such. So I was tired and a little bit loopy, and I saw that they had an apple pie milkshake. And I'm like, that sounds so neat. I'm gonna
Delicious.
have that. That's great. Oh, they also have apple pie. so so I ordered an apple pie milkshake followed by a slice of apple pie.
Oh no.
So yeah, yeah, and then I ordered a plate of hash browns to top it off because I wanted some protein.
Proteins from hash browns.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm recounting sophomore year Riddy logic here. This was actively what went through my head. I forgot every single thing I ordered to the next thing I ordered. I'm like, apple pie milkshake sounds so good. Oh, they have apple pie. I love apple pie. I'm gonna have the apple pie. I should probably get some protein. Let me have some hash browns.
Oh my god.
And it was only when I mentioned hash browns that I like caught the attention of like the other people that I was hanging out with. They're like, what did you just say? I'm like, what did I just say?
Potatoes for protein. Wow.
It was very much a tennis ball back and forth of what did you say? I'm like, what did I just say?
I think technically there is a little protein in potatoes, I think, but it's not like a real
Clear?
protein.
Not a real amount. Not a real amount.
No.
Yeah, one would believe I was either tipsy or extremely tired. It was the latter one here. Anyways, the apple pie milkshake and the apple pie reached the table at the same time, and my entire group just looked at me and looked at what I had done to myself. And then the hash browns reached, and I'm like, I'm gonna have the hash browns first.
Oh, that's incredible. Was it at least tasty?
Yeah. I think I had to like give most of like both the milkshake and the apple pie to like my other the others in my group to like help finish because so like the slice of apple pie came with a scoop of ice cream. So yeah, quite literally I had the same thing twice.
Apple
One
pie,
was in
milkshake,
liquid
apple
form.
pie, milkshake.
One was in liquid form and the other was in pre-milkshake form. I'm like, I do.
That's so funny.
Was the pie good? Yeah, yeah. Of course the pie was good. It was a Denny's apple pie. The pie was really good. Absolutely good.
The one thing that I know from Denny's that I really liked, my grandmama, whom I miss very, very, very much, she found an item. This is so stereotypically me. She went to Denny's every now and then, even though I didn't, because I was never really a breakfast gal. And then she comes to me and says, Chula, little Chula, I am taking you to Denny's because I found an item on the menu that you would die for, and I need you to try it. And I was like, oh, okay. So she drives me to Denny's, and then she points to on the menu. It's a grilled cheese sandwich with mozzarella sticks inside.
You're really not helping your mouse allegations.
I know.
Look,
she was
I know
right.
I know I joked at one point of like getting you to make a fursona of yourself that's like a cool spacey cat. No, I'm just making you a mouse fursona.
Oh my
Like,
god.
girl, oh my god, you can't be And she was right, does not help your case at all.
It was so good!
That.
It was so good! And then they removed it from the menu for a really long time, and I couldn't get it again, and it was so sad. It was the best thing ever.
If we ever hang out in person, I'm gonna make you a grilled cheese mozzarella stick sandwich and
Yes!
say, cheese to meet you, Chula.
Cheese to meet you!
I'm
I see all the cheese.
gonna start giving you a goddamn mouse pet name, I swear.
I need you to know that before the start of this stream, I was feeling a little peckish. And so to tide myself over before dinner, I went downstairs and ate just 3 raw pieces of cheese.
And then she expressed this, and I'm like, you're really not helping the mouse allegations here. This is why I keep calling you, likening you to a mouse, and now we're here. And I'm like, girl, you're not. We're really just locking it in here.
Oh, no. Man. But, like...
Oh, God, bringing back the choo-choo. It's very funny.
You know, that's very funny. So there was Rinienna Banana. I don't know if Rinienna Banana, I think, is what she goes by, a VTuber. And when she went to go get picked up by FaZe Connect, she changed her name to Anya Nyabis, which is like, that's the least subtle thing in the world, right? The least subtle change in the world. I think it would be very funny if I got picked up by a company and then I went out and was like, I'm Choo Choo. Hi, everybody, I'm Choo Choo.
Choo Choo.
I'm
Choo Choo ephemeral.
legally distinct Choo Choo ephemeral.
Choo Choo ephemeral. Oh my god.
Oh god.
God, wait, hold on a second. Wait a minute. I need to see. Is there synonyms for this? No, none of it works.
No,
none of it works as well.
Ephemeris is a star chart, so the closest you would get would probably be like an astrolabe.
That doesn't ring off the tongue. That doesn't roll off the tongue as well.
I picked ephemeris because it sounds nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look, for the longest time when I was first getting to get to know Chula, I actually thought she was a mouse VTuber. I just thought that she was a mouse VTuber. I didn't realize that she was a cat girl.
Oops.
Yeah, I don't know why I did. I think it was just like something from your chibi and such gave the impression, and also the fact of like how your pigtails give the shape, language, and all.
I sort of see that with the pigtails because they're like rounder right at the top.
Yes.
Yeah, I do get that. Yeah, I actually have my cat ear headphones off in this version of the model because cat ear headphones are not comfortable to sleep with. So I want to be all catnap. I want to be all catnap ready.
Shula was also like, oh my tracking broke for a second.
Know.
Yep, let me come back. This happens. Shula was like, oh, do you have any like sort of PJ things? I'm like, no, but I can make it better. Why am I tracking? There we go. We're good. Cool, we're great. The video frames.
It's gone again.
Oh no, this is a video thing then, because
let me take a look.
Video.
Is video?
I think you got
it's still
disconnected.
No, I'm still here. I can see you. I might need to
Refresh the
reset.
source.
Yeah, refresh the source might be a good idea. Here, let me set that up. Where are you? Oh no.
Oh yes, but like my thing was, I'm like, look, I know I'm
There you
not
go.
dressed like comfortably for sleep and all. Mama's got a graveyard shift, okay?
Oh my god. That's
Mama's got a
understandable.
graveyard shift. This is what I gotta do. You're getting me reading you a bedtime story tonight, and like I'm not dressing up with you, kiddo. I'm sorry. I gotta head out like immediately after this.
That's so fair. That's so fair. I
I
technically
say
also
to the girl,
do.
I say to the woman who's like 2 years older than me.
Yeah,
Shula,
that's
you
true.
are one of my only friends that I can't pull like mommy shit on because you are older than me.
I'm so used to being the oldest friend nowadays that when I was hanging out with some guests recently, and I asked, "Oh, so who's the youngest person here?" And everybody was like, "Oh, I think it's you." And I had to be like, "What? Huh?
Wow.
What?
Wow. Oh my gosh.
What?" I'm not used to it
tend to be-
anymore.
For a lot of my online circles, I tend to be the oldest to a degree. I have some friends like who are older than me. Obviously, there's a lot of VTubers who are
Oh, yeah.
approaching their MILF/hag era.
Hags are in demand. Hags are in demand.
I refuse to accept hags being 30 to 40 years old. It is 40 plus only. I think hags should be being used for. MILF is 30s.
I think it's fine. I think hag is fine 30 plus specifically because of the way that it is used. If it was like an
Sure, I
offensive
guess.
thing, I think I would be a little more like hello, but it's kind of affectionate.
Oh no, it is affectionate by all means. I'm just over here. I'm like, I feel like MILFs should be for like 30-year-olds and then hags for 40-year-old VTubers.
True.
Like, I think that should be fine. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, like me and Chula's DMs. I'm like, we are making you a furry cat girl at some point. The curse of being friends with me is that you will inevitably end up a furry at some point,
Whoops.
or in some of my bullshit.
It's funny because when I was younger, I used to have like Sonic OCs and stuff, but I like completely grew out of that, and I've had no connection to the furry community since at all.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's valid. That's fine. I don't think I've ever had a connection to the furry community. I just like monster girls.
That's so fair. Okay.
I just think monster girls are cute,
They
cool.
are,
I
yeah.
don't know, they're hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool shapes.
Okay. So, next up, we have the Mad Libs. So how this is going to work is we want you, the viewers, to submit answers to the prompts for this Mad Lib. I'm going to give you the theme for the blank, and Rinnie and I here will be the judges and pick our favorite option for that blank. Do you still have the Mad Libs pulled up on your end? So you can see what it looks like?
Absolutely, 100%. Yes, I do. Totally did not just scroll up to find it. I have it in front of me.
Perfect. Okay, so that means whenever I drop a prompt, be ready to give some suggestions. Note that I will leave suggestions open for a little while before we make a decision. So it's not like it's going to be an immediate thing. You have a little bit of time. We gotta account for Twitch lag, among other things. But
I love the first sentence of this being that I succeeded in whipping up a TTRPG one shot. I do those a lot. I don't run them though.
chat cannot see. Chat cannot see what the theme of this
It's okay.
is.
I'm reading it. It's okay. All right. Yep.
Shh, secret. All right, so here we go. For our first blank, I need a made-up story title. This can be any kind of fake story, and you can use the kind of naming mechanism you want. You can use more than one word for this one. I will allow more than one word for this one, but try to not make it like a light novel title.
I was about to say, I'm like, try not to make it like your average Japanese light novel title that tries to appeal to an audience that's really wishing that they would be whisked away to another world in some form or fashion.
I don't think I can fit it in the blank if it is. Oh gosh. Plus Ultra Overcharge Almighty. Dragons don't shave their horns! Mimes made of slimes. We've got some good options to start with.
every time Chula brought up the Mad Libs, I'm like, I don't know if I've ever actually engaged with the Mad Libs ever in my life.
That's so crazy. They were like my
Ev-
childhood road trip game.
I think I may have. I just can't remember. It's not a thing I have any memory of. And video broke again. All right then, I got snapped out
Uh-oh.
of existence again. Oh no, my
Oh,
video
hang
keeps
on.
breaking.
Oh, it's working. Oh, you're here. I can see
Yeah,
you.
no, it's working
Yippee.
now. I just don't know why it keeps like leaving out
Wild.
something.
I see dragons don't shave their horns is being seconded.
Repeated. Uh-huh. Men talked about their feelings.
1,000 years in the future, it finally happened. Men talked about their feelings. That one might be a little too light novel title long.
Oh my gosh, have we seen the Petra Parker Trans as a Spider-Verse things people have been doing is so funny.
Yeah, I have seen quite a few. Okay.
Mega universe.
So I think we can go with dragons don't shave their horns. What do you think? Okay, I'm gonna have to make the text font still a little
Yeah,
smaller.
Petra Parker is amazing. I love the Petra Parker stuff so much. Especially like that decent subsection was like, yeah, no, Petra Parker when she transitions is gonna turn like grow a foot and become extra buff because female spiders are massive compared to their male counterparts. I'm like, this is good. Yes, I love this.
I understand. Okay. There we go. I've managed to fit that one in. So, the next blank is I need a monster, if you would.
You have not encountered Petra Parker will allow me to make life easier for you by sharing with you one of my favorite things I have seen from it.
Feel free to drop a link in the chat if you'd like. Yeah, there you go.
I've already done it. I've already done it.
Ooh, we've got, what is a floof? So we have black
Ooh,
ooze, floof, and a werewolf. What is a floof?
Flume, I remember this one. This is a funny little guy. This is the most funny little guy ever. I'm just sending you an image of it.
Wait, show me
It's
floof.
basically, how to explain it?
Oh!
It's,
That's like flying spaghetti monster.
It's like, yeah, it's like a jellyfish snail thing, sort of, kind of.
This
It's
looks-
a bit weird.
This looks so much like the flying spaghetti monster that it's hilarious to me. Here, let me get this picture on stream so people can see this.
I had to remember for a second. I'm like, that is definitely a D&D monster and a weird one, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Also, God, no, black ooze. Oh my God, I have trauma with black oozes. Oh my God.
This is a floof.
I used to play in a West Marches style D&D type thing, and we once got one game once threw us into like a mega dungeon that was a single day session where it was like, hey guys, we're at the halfway point of this dungeon. You can either go or like we lock in and do it all today. It's like, if we go now, then that means the group's gonna come back. Potentially not everyone will be here next time to clean up the loot that's gonna be here. There was really good loot there. We also watched multiple sets of full plate mail get black oozed, because when a black ooze touches any piece of equipment, it destroys it.
That's awful.
Very quickly.
That is awful.
And like we were all poor as shit. Plate mail was like a precious commodity to dream of for any frontline marshal. So they did a fun thing where it's like you see a pristine set of plate mail and you step into the room and a black ooze drops on it. It's like
awful.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So are any of these monsters appealing to you?
I just don't think of werewolves. Don't think of werewolves. Don't think of werewolves. Totally not biased at all.
I see we also have Jabberwock, Doulahan. We also have Kraken.
You know what?
And Mimic, I think.
God, I keep thinking it right. Let's go with Jabberwock because I've looked at several of these and I have had not say so thoughts about them. So.
All right. Next one I need is a job title. I am looking for something like a baker or a delivery man or something like that. I'm looking for a job title, a thing that you can do for money.
Was I supposed to like just lie constantly in the lie to me thing and like ever reveal what I was actually lying about? Was it just a chance for me to show my improv that I could lie about anything?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep, you just lie.
The butterfly thing wasn't a lie. The chocolate like actual stuff was a lie, but like the butterfly thing was like the reason I dropped out of baking.
Oh,
baking
that's so
school.
funny. I didn't even know you did baking.
Yeah, I bake, I cook, I do a lot of things. I am a really good traditional housewife. If a rich woman hears this, hit me up.
So fair. Okay, we've got librarian. We have minister of silly nonsense. The trash man, the most noble of professions. Cryptozoologist. Harlequin.
I gotta be honest, I gotta go with the most noble profession of trash man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. Trashman. Okay. Now I need a noun, if you would, please. Any kind of noun. That is a person, place, or thing.
Green Puff Soup says milkman. I just immediately am brought back to the one of the funnest levels of Psychonauts 1.
Oh, princess is a noun. Cheese! Cheese!
Girl, you're not helping your case here.
I know! Volcano, recycling bin.
Like, my gosh, okay, yeah, no wonder that you have like a cat magical girl support animal. You're the mouse.
Oh no. Oh no, am I the mouse? Technically, so here's the fun fact, is technically I am a human, and the only reason I have a tail is because of my contract with my cat. I'm like fully genetically a human.
I'm gonna write in some more monster girl traits into that contract. Can I just see it really quick?
No! No! Chula, toaster, Florida, flamethrower. Your very human tail, of course.
Of course, absolutely, 100%.
Oh my god.
Don't cats eat mice? We don't need to worry about
Mars.
that right now.
Oh, I missed Mars. Him. I do like cheese, but I'm kind of, for this one, I'm kind of really liking, I think my favorite options are, Florida, volcano, and flamethrower.
Girl, I need to remind you, you just started that sentence with "I like cheese."
I do like cheese.
You're not helping.
Yeah,
your
but
case.
cheese was
Oh my God.
recommended. Cheese was recommended.
We can go. Let's go with Florida.
Oh, that's so funny.
Sorry, it's just every time you mention cheese, I'm like, okay, wow. If I was an artist, I'd be drawing Chula as a mouse furry right now.
Well, as you can see, I do have that cheese emote.
Cheese is good. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with liking cheese.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the amount that Chula mentions liking cheese does mean I inevitably start thinking of her as a cute little mouse. The height difference doesn't help things at all.
Oh my god, please. Okay, I need a fictional character. Any kind of fiction. Germa's not fictional!
I mean, at what point can we consider, what point can we consider the persona that a streamer puts on a fictional character?
Listen, I have streamer name as literally the next blank. Save it for that one.
Oh my god. we can just say Doorman, which is fantasy Germa, as a bellboy hopper in Deadlock.
Oh my god. Yeah, but I'm looking for fictional characters specifically. If you want to recommend streamers, wait one blank.
Ravencraft, if you are sitting up every time cheese is mentioned in any sort of context, I would say that starts to get a little bit into the realms of abnormal, and me just transferring you into a mouse and putting you into a little cage for the day and giving you all the cheese you want.
It's okay, Ravencraft. I shake your hand. We can both fall for the mousetrap.
Oh my god.
Frisk Undertale, Morgan of the Devil, Sarah of the Devil, Dark Magician Girl, Chula Cheese Ephemeris.
Cheese Femeris.
Oh, Cheese Femeris. Hatsune Macaroni. Hatsune Macaroni!
That's good. I like that.
I
That's good.
like Hatsune Macaroni.
Brie Femoris. Oh, that's we're getting cheese puns
Oh,
now.
Brie
Amazing.
Femoris is great. I'm kind of in love with Hatsune Macaroni, or like one of the other of the devil characters here.
I mean, this was meant to be a fictional character, yes?
Yes.
Is Hatsune Macaroni a fictional character?
I think it's just a misspelling of Hatsune Miku.
Fair, fair. I can't not do Morgan of the Devil.
Let's do Morgan! Morgan of the Devil, since that's exactly how it was submitted. It's the full name. Like Sans Undertale.
Well, yeah, that's her name. That's her full name. That's her full name. I don't know what we're saying now, but yeah.
Just like Sans Undertale. Alright, now you can give me streamer names.
I know you spelled it wrong on purpose, but also I'm in the autism space of being like, well, logistically, that's not an actual character, so it wouldn't be appropriate.
That's fair. Ooh, Azza, Robo Azza. That's a fun one. Have you met?
I was
Well,
about
you
to say,
have met Azza. You have because
Ozza's
the.
played Among Us with us several times.
Oh yeah, Azza's actually one of the most reliable shows. Snaps
I have to
cute.
look back.
Mm-hmm.
I have to look through my thumbnails. Is Ozza most rom? Yeah,
Azza's the
yeah.
monochromatic robot.
I know what Ozza looks like, Chula. I'm having to look at my thumbnails to remind myself who the fuck is present on every Among Us that we've done.
Oh, that's true. Vixen
And yeah,
VTuber.
Ozza has just been in every single thumbnail.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Hee. Okay, that's a few options. Germa 985. Any of these calling to you?
I don't know who Vixen VTuber is.
Oh, Vixen is a close friend of mine. Another professional voice actor, and a frequent. For example, we were on the DR streams together.
I see. Understood. We forgot to add Chula. That is correct.
Hi.
Sure, we can add. No, we can add Chula here. We can add Chula here.
Sure. Chula Brie Femoris. All right, and now I need a second fictional character. So for that one, do you want to just go back on the previous recommendations, or should we ask for new ones? Do you think?
We can do Hatsune Macaroni.
Hatsune Macaroni. Yay!
I say that because otherwise I would have just defaulted to Sarah of the Devil, and then like this would turn into a really weird fan fiction.
All right. I'm gonna start filling in some more blanks, but I need another job title. Something
Also,
that
hi,
you can
Basil.
do. Hello, Basil. Wonderful to see you. Okay, so I need another job title, like like we did the Trash Man before.
Remember, everybody, I don't think streamer counts as a job title. Sort of, kind of, but also not.
I mean, it technically is some people's jobs. It kind of is one of mine right now.
It is, but then it falls into content creator, but yeah.
That's true. Oh! Content creator, fortune teller, ninja, union organizer! Oh, that's so fun!
I kind of like Scam Caller. Scam
Collar's
Caller is fun.
pretty
That's a fun one to pick. That is a fun one to pick, I think.
It would be
yeah.
fun for this blank as well.
Do
you want to do Scam Caller?
Yeah.
Scam Caller. Oh, now I need an attack name.
Two booby girls, and the succubus dragon doesn't even have her tits out. It's just fully covered up.
Yeah!
God. I laugh at myself constantly that I don't have any skin showing besides my head and my hands. It's appealing to me. It's funny.
My usual outfit only has like some leg, really.
I think either flies, non-crow. I think either can go.
All right, and yep. So the yes, the one we're looking at is an attack name. Is Butt Slam.
I'm trying to remember what the bit was from the Kingdom Hearts in a Nutshell series when like Riku does. anytime that Riku or another character does like magic dark ball of death, they just say, "Go magic death, dark ball of death featuring Sonic and Knuckles," or something. Because like every time that something like that happens in a cutscene, it's slowed down for dramatic effects.
Oh, that's great. Super long attack name. Mega Death Laser. Fruit Bowl Sucker Punch. Oh, I kind of like that too. Skeleton Divine Death Blast. These are all very fun.
I do hear it in the Tumblr voice.
With the Skeleton Divine Death Blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to use that one?
Yeah, we can use that one.
Oh, I do like Slappy Slap Slapperoo.
Slappy Slap Slapper was also good.
That's a good contender right there. Alright, we've already signed on to Skeleton Divine Death Blast here.
Yeah, I enjoy those memes always so much that just do like a silly meme skeleton or like wizard voice or such. It's like,
Yeah.
dare come into my abode, telling me how I should change my rules.
Yeah. All right.
Skeleton Divine Death Blast.
Oh my god!
I didn't even do the reverb. I clicked the resonate one. Whoops.
It still worked.
It still worked. Yeah.
All right.
Click my voice toggle buttons too much.
All right. I need another job title, if you would. This is the last job title.
This is the third job title.
Yeah, there's 3 of them.
I see. That's more jobs than I've held in my life.
Same. Okay, we've got professional prankster, acrobat, clown, magician, huckster. I'm professional prankster. Oh, that's pretty great.
Unprofessional prankster is pretty good. I like that. That's
Village idiot.
I mean, yeah, I suppose like a job doesn't necessarily need to be paid for. It can just be like what you consider your job and like, you know.
Yeah. I really like Village Idiot.
Village Idiot is pretty good. What's the other two jobs we have currently?
Scam caller and trash man.
I think Village Idiot is pretty good. I like Village Idiot.
Let's do Village Idiot. Okay.
Village Idiot, subtitle Babbling Fool.
Yeah.
Like your average From Soul's boss name.
Yeah. I'm adding it.
Basil the Babbling Fool. Anytime I play like a new story-based game that becomes their blorbo for the next 6 to 12 months. Whoops.
Oh, so true.
I am responsible for ruining Basil with not 1 but 2 games this year, and I think that's very entertaining to me.
Oh ho! Very fun.
The devil and Karen, respectfully. But yeah.
All right, next up, I need an adjective, if you would. This is actually, I think, the longest Mad Libs I've made so far.
Well, Star Dynamo, we have to consider a job. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that pays you. It can just be something that you consider like what you do as your work. And somebody could consider being a village idiot their full-time job.
True.
It doesn't pay well. It doesn't keep food on the table. But somebody's probably happy about it.
Purple, uncanny, stinky, stanky, cursed, huge and bouncy. Sesquipedalian? What is that? I'm sure that's a real word. Let me look that up.
I remembered what that word was at some point.
I've never heard this.
The meaning of that word is having many syllables, given to or characterized by the use of long words.
Okay. Sad and wet, aged, confined. Crepuscular? That's another one I don't know.
In the 17th century, English literary critics decided the word sesquipedalian could be very useful for lambasting writers using unnecessarily long words.
Oh, I see. boisterous, eccentric. Crepuscular is your favorite word. What does that one mean?
I am learning things today.
Crepuscular.
Is meaning of crepuscular is of or relating to
Oh,
resembling twilight.
an animal
Interesting.
that is most active during the twilight hours of dawn and dusk.
Active or appearing at the time of day just before the sun goes down. I see.
That's interesting. A cheesy
You know what? We
bojutsu.
got handed so many 35-pointed words. Let's go with crepuscular.
Let's go with crepuscular.
I say over sesquipedalian because I think you and I would both stumble on trying to say
Oh, yeah.
sesquipedalian.
Crepuscular, once I read it once, I understand how to say it.
Fat, but like in a cute way. Yeah, that's me.
Oh, hydrate and a stretch. Here we go. While that's going on, I need a third fictional character.
Back and stretch really quick.
Okay, thank you very much for the hydrate. I will stretch now. Ugh.
Hornet Silk Song, my beloved. I am so excited for Silk Song DLC when it hits eventually.
Oh, I feel that.
Silk Song DLC and Of the Devil Episode 3 in that handshake of this year, probably, hopefully, kind of, maybe.
Hornet, Ava, Rexy, my father, Maggie from Hospital, Cortana. Okay, I'm scooting back in. Thank you very much for the stretch as well. Smaug, ooh, Smaug, ooh.
I have to push the movies out of my brain always.
The movies are bad, but I grew up on The Hobbit.
Bad.
The Hobbit was my childhood bedtime story. We read one chapter every night. That's how I learned to read.
I was in like a play version of The Hobbit. It wasn't a good play, but I was.
I have that play on my bookshelf. My mom was in it. She played
amazing.
Was it the dwarf that starts with a D? And I have all of her lines are highlighted in it.
Oh, cute, amazing.
Yeah. Doran, yes. She played Doran.
Right. Yeah. Oh boy, the play that we put on was an absolute mess, but I think that was one of the first proper plays I got into. I forget. What's JP?
I don't know what JP is. Rinienna from Pastry Lovers. Are you want to make this cursed?
Jurassic Park. Understood. Got you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way. Oh, that's a winner in my book. So I think I can give you a selection of 3 maybe.
Sorry, who the fuck is Ebony Darkness Dementia Wave Raven Way?
What? You don't know? You've never read My Immortal? Legendary bad fan fiction, My Immortal?
No.
Oh, honey, I'm gonna have to read My Immortal with you. I'm gonna have to read My Immortal with you.
Given a recent reveal, what do you mean a recent reveal? Hold the fucking phone. What do you mean?
No, okay, that's not recent. That's the stream that clip came from was a year old. That is a year-old stream clip. It's been known that I was a One-Slur fan. I was a One-Slut, as they called them.
Hey, Shula and I are already doing community events of watching things. We will be getting back to that shortly. We've just been busy as hell.
I cannot do a community reading of My Immortal. That fan fiction is so not safe for work. I would not feel comfortable with doing that.
But we're engaging in shows at the very least.
Yeah.
Look, I hoard niche stories, the likes of which people usually haven't heard of. It just so happens that like Chula's side of things have heard of things that like usually a lot of people don't know of the devil. I don't have to worry about that with Chula's side of things. But
yeah.
A lot of people here haven't played Lobotomy Corporation, Library of Ruin, Olympus Company, White Knuckle, Song of Sunlight. Where are my other like favorite games? Signalis, Atlas, Arco, Cairn. There's a lot of games that people have not played and a lot of stories that people have not experienced, and it's not a matter of experiencing them all. It's just something that you haven't experienced is something that you can experience in the near to far future.
Oh my goodness. But if you don't know Ebony, I'll run her off of the list. So let's go with, because this is cursed.
I like the idea of Batman.
Batman? You want to do Batman? Sure, we can do Batman.
Specifically because we have Morgan of the Devil, and that's funny to me.
Yeah, that's so fair.
Could Batman solve the heartbreak case?
Oh god, maybe. Actually, maybe. Given the kinds of villains that Batman is
Oh
usually
my
used to
God.
being up against,
Wait,
Morgan kind of
there's
falls into place with a lot of those kinds of villains.
Morgan is a perfect Batman villain.
Yeah, no, she
for
is.
Sure. That has such a fun thing. Like there's so many ranked tier list chart things that we can do once this series is fully out that the two of our groups can come together and like debate on.
That would be fun.
We could there is such easy could this character solve the heartbreak case potential.
True. Okay, so here's the next blank. I need a random gibberish name. I want something that sounds silly and is not real. Or I guess you can technically steal the name from something, but you know, point is, it sounds silly and kind of stupid.
Harlequin is 100% right. A lot of Batman tech does just completely slot into Of the Devil very easily.
Oh.
Fluga. Smoogly.
Smoogly.
God.
Ooh.
I have a fun thing where I have a crossbite, which if you've not heard of crossbite, think of an overbite, except much worse and will cause decent pain the longer that it goes on. My orthodontist fucked up my overbite into a crossbite, and that is something that I need to get braces again to amend someday.
Oh, that's awful.
Someday. Yeah, so it makes some pronunciations
gibbet.
a little bit difficult to me and such. Fibberty gibbet, I see.
Kurgle sniff.
That's ass. Yeah, I can feel mild pain in my mouth
really
currently when I was trying to pronounce things in a certain way. It's mild pain, like, you know, every day and such.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's nothing, it's
that's
nothing
still
terrible.
Chronic pain.
Yeah, I sometimes forget every now and then. I'm like, oh, I don't have things nearly as bad as my friends who are like having extreme, massive issues to their life. I'm like, oh, right, my skull is kind of fucked up. I suppose that is a thing that I may have to worry about at some point in life. So wait, hold on. I'm gonna well this where are things here?
Of course I remember Zilly
where's
Who.
my tables here? Oh, Zilly Who, my beloved. Where is it? Oh, here we go.
Doobs magoobs.
I'm gonna throw multiple weapons on myself really quick to try. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. I'm trying to. Where the hell is the piece of shit sword?
Oh, you have the piece of shit sword!
I have the piece of shit sword as one of my throwables.
Oh, that's so great!
It's way back in the background there for whatever reason.
I wanna see it.
So I have a lot of fun throwables that all basically can either like actually hit to me, or I just parry it because I'm me. I parry that shit.
Yeah.
There's a piece of shit sword. There we go.
Awesome! Love that!
Saw a soul edge in there. Was there soul edge? I don't think I have soul edge.
Oh, I love the piece of shit sword. Okay.
I have Hollow Knight's Needle, I have the Lance of Longinus, I have Mimicry, Piece of Shit Sword, Aurelian, Yamato, and some other weapons and such. Anyways, continue.
Okay, so I'm leaning Smoogly Oboshliga or Flibberty Gibbet. I'm also fond of, what was the other one I was interested in? I guess it's mostly those. Ooby Doobs Magoobs is also pretty great.
I will take whatever your heart desires because my brain looks at these and like, those are sounds.
All right, I'm gonna pick Smoogly Oboshliga. I like Smoogly. Gosh. All right, I need a monster. Any kind of monster. Give me a monster.
Also, if you ever see me shaking, it's because when I ragdoll myself, my hair accidentally clips into my neck, just normal streamer things, and I have to like shake out my hair and everything.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wanted to throw more things at
Mimic.
myself because I thought it was funny.
Werewolves being brought back!
Oh, God fucking damn it.
Me.
I'm
Hydra.
very, very biased to werewolves, okay? I have
Cerberus.
werewolf art of myself for a reason.
That's so fair. Siren. Al Capone! Oh, wait, that's a mobster. Cerberus werewolf. Oh, that's interesting. I kind of like
A
that.
three-headed werewolf. There's a VTuber who has that.
I believe this.
Yeah, there's a low poly VTuber who has a really cool Cerberus werewolf model. It's really good.
Wereman. Wolf who becomes a human during the full moon. I've actually read a
Werewolf,
manga
but
about that.
they were a GIF originally.
Okay,
What?
okay. What is it? Sacrificial Princess is basically about a wereman, yeah.
But they were GIF originally? What?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
giant hippo.
The
Okay.
D&D space race. Right. Okay.
Oh, I see. Inuyasha too, you're right. Inuyasha also does that.
Let's put not Cerberus, let's put werewolf down.
Okay,
We'll have one monster fuckery thing here for my sake.
that's fair. Next up, I need a random number. Any random number you want. We're almost done, by the way, I promise. This is the fourth to last.
God damn it, someone said the fucking number.
67, 9, 8. 11037! Oh.
I love 11037. That's great.
Oh. Oh, Danganronpa.
So my ass actually got confused for a second and thought we were like, I went to thinking about what football will look like in 11,000 years, and I was thinking about that great.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, I forgot
No.
the name of it, but
11037 is.
yeah,
the...
I know
Yeah.
I know what it is, Shula. I know what it is, Shula. We just talked about this the other day.
We did. I'm kind of liking 11037. I'm gonna
We can go with the thing that nobody will ever guess what it is, except in the West. Shoot, we didn't think about the West. Shoot, this doesn't work outside of Japan.
Oops.
Well, oopsie daisy.
Next up, I need another adjective. An adjective, if you would. Bouncy.
I'm okay with bouncy.
Curmudgeonly.
I got tempted.
Curmudgeonly.
I know it's locking it in early, but I like bouncy.
That's fair. Curmudgeonly is an adverb. That is what you would put in front of a verb rather than a, or like after a verb, technically. Like, oh, I ran curmudgeonly. Well, I guess no, I think that can be an adjective, can't it?
Fucking English major ass correction out here. Oh my god. Let's get bouncy with it.
I'm not an English major. I'm not even a little.
Type of behavior at least.
All right, we
bouncy.
can lock in
We're
bouncy.
locking in bouncy.
Okay. Next up is a noun. A noun, if you would. Anathematic. Like an anathema? Oh. I didn't realize you could make that one into an adjective. That's interesting.
Basil, you're not stupid.
Mason jar. A chula. The place
Basil.
with the big desk. Okay.
Basil, you are an artist. I will bully you for calling yourself stupid.
Desk. Desk is at least pretty funny
A
for this
bouncing
one.
desk.
Pigtails! Oh my god, pigtails would be so funny here!
That's good. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah,
Oh,
let's do that.
That's really good here! They have no idea. Okay.
Me, who only just tabbed back into the Mad Libs to read it, so I have some fair idea.
Yeah. All right, and here is our final one. I'm looking for another made-up story title. Another one. Like at the beginning, we are bookending with made-up story titles. Remember to keep them relatively short so we don't have the whole light novel title situation.
Oh my god.
Dragons do shave their horns!
Oh my god.
The Omega.
I'm not.
No.
I'm not here for this misinformation.
Turns out dragons do. It's really it's a popular option.
God damn it.
The shavings are everywhere.
Why does everybody want to shave my horns? I thought licking the horns was bad enough, and now people want to shave them?
Oh, little shavings can be a little snack. Oh, dragon
My
goes
horns
house
are
hunting.
not. My horns are not chocolate. I mean, like, okay, yeah, some dragon tails do grow back. That's just a scientific fact. So, like, we don't need to be we don't need to be remotely debating that one.
The kiss of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The horns are not candy. Any of these appealing to you?
I dislike all of these on pure basis. It's
Dragon tails grow back like skinks.
I died. I was reborn as a dragon that chased their horns into their world where I'm also a magic pharmacist with cheat codes. Oh my god.
No.
God.
I can't fit that in a blank. I can't.
We dragon disinformation rumors. I like that one. That one wins. That one wins.
Okay, there you go.
We'll take that one. We'll take that one that doesn't make me have to spread misinformation.
Okay. I'm gonna set that up in the blank here. And I will export this so I can get this up for everybody to see. Okay. All right. So, all right. We have today all dice on the table. After months of planning, local dragon succubus Rinienna had finally completed the upcoming tabletop RPG one-shot she had whipped up. Dragons don't shave their horns. Packed to the brim with fights with jabberwocks and high-stakes debates with local trashmen, Rinnie was ready to guide her players through a Florida-themed dungeon with all the aesthetic flourishes that entails. Arriving to Rinnie's table were 3 familiar faces, including Morgan of the Devil, Chula Brie Femoris, and Hatsune Macaroni. Tensions were high from the get-go, as Hatsune Macaroni and Chula fought over who could play a better scam caller in combat, featuring a custom skill, Skeleton Divine Death Blast, that Rinnie made to suit the setting. Things cooled down quickly when Morgan of the Devil interjected with a newly released class, Village Idiot, Babbling Fool, and suggested Chula play it. Battles were swift and skilled, challenges were met and cleared, and the only thing that steered off course were the debates, accidentally resulting in the death of crepuscular NPC Batman, which is actually not inaccurate, I think. But, in the end, at the final boss, Smooglioboshliga, the werewolf, Hatsune Macaroni rolled a natural 11037 with their trusty weapon, a bouncy pigtail, and slayed the beast. After a successful campaign, the players thanked Rinnie for the wonderfully crafted labyrinth and went home for the night, leaving Rinienna to plan her next game, Dragon Disinformation and Rumors.
I mean, a Florida-themed dungeon actually exists. It's called Tombs of Annihilation. Like, that already exists.
That's fair. Have not played that one. Fantastic, though. Natural 11.
Yeah, an 11037. It's a rather cumbersome dice, but it is used for certain systems. Yeah.
Oh, I would have assumed that they would have, like, used multiple different dice to make that happen.
I mean, like, you can if you're poor, I guess. If you're a local babbling village idiot. Maybe that's why I got suggested that you play it, Chula.
What? Oh, that's fantastic. Absolutely beautiful. All right. And And finally, for our final game of the night, we've got Rate That Character, and we're actually running fine on time, so I think we can go through all of them today.
Oh boy. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yep. Great. Okay.
So, we are going to be rating the protagonists that you, the chatters, have submitted. We're going to be rating them on how well they would survive Rinnie's mystery labyrinth. Why don't you describe your little labyrinth for me?
So it's less a labyrinth and more. So the issue on the table, Chula, I need you to download this image and put it on your stream,
Oh,
so
can
people
you?
understand what we're presenting.
Yes.
The issue I'm presenting is: can your protagonists make it through the suppression of Apocalypse Bird in the Botany Corporation?
Oh my god! I see. This, I'm afraid
Yes,
this
I'm
does not
subjecting you
mean
to my
much
tier of
me.
brain rot that absolutely nobody has ever played this game whatsoever. What was that, Chula?
Oh, I'm just like, I'm afraid this means nothing to me.
It's okay. I'm going to explain it in very simple words. This is basically almost equivalent to the super boss you've been fighting in Deltarune. This boss requires you to. This boss is basically immune to. Has 3 body parts that are all immune to 3 types of damage each, and only can take 1 type of damage. Meaning you have to split up a whole section of characters to be able to handle each body part. You're not able to pause the game while this is going until you destroy 1 body part, which is bad because everything is blowing up everywhere. The Botany Corporation is a facility management game where you're managing about 50 characters at once, as well as juggling 60 ticking time bombs called abnormalities, think SCPs. So the question on the table is, can your character survive this, or are they gonna fucking die?
Yeah!
I should say really quick, because there were some character submissions that this game also measures sanity points. This will be an important factor for a certain character at a certain point.
Yeah! For one in particular. We'll probably get a lower score.
No, honestly, two characters in particular.
That is true.
So are we gonna ping pong between each other, Chula, with the characters?
Oh,
I assume
no.
you have images pulled up for them.
I think that we should discuss them together and come up with each for our own ratings. Unless you mean like you want to ping pong reading.
So other thing to consider is the way we're going to rate characters is the Botany Corporation levels a what's called an agent success based on in tiers of levels. So like a level 5 agent is highly skilled, really good at their stuff, and can manage any sort of thing, whereas a level 1 agent really should not be here. They're going to die instantaneously. But even a good character can still kind of have problems and go insane based on like what their mental stats and their stats are like. So we will be taking that into consideration. Additionally, to take into consideration is the fact that any challenge of the Bottom Corporation you can simply reset the day for and retry for. This is less a test of can your character make it through, and another thing is if they can make it through and you want them to make it through, as there is a certain point where you're like, because permadeath is a thing, are you willing to reset for a character or not? That will be another metric that will be playing into a factor. So it's both, can they survive this, and or are you going to make them survive this and care enough to?
So we're going to be rating them on a scale of 1 through 5? Basically on how
5 will
they are
be
to survive.
How on top of their shit they are, and 1 being they're dead.
Yeah, 1 being they're absolutely dead.
They're dead. We're not resetting for them. I'm sorry. I'm not spending another 2 hours doing the frame drop super boss fight for this character alone.
I did try to pick like a variety of characters who would have different levels of survivability. So we're gonna have some very strange ones coming in. All right. So first off, submitted by Bazehawk, we have the stumbling drunk amnesiac detective, Harry Dubois from the Disco Elysium. As described by Baze, wakes up hungover with no memories and has to immediately investigate a hanging, has a bunch of voices in his head that guide him to do things like cite the alphabet as communist literature or cry to a little kid about his shitty life, recovers from damage through downing antidepressants. Somehow the most relatable protagonist I've ever played as.
Honestly, Harry Dubois fits into Project Moon's setting very easily because everybody in Project Moon is really going through shit. Honestly, I
Mm-hmm.
think Harry DeBra is one of those characters that somehow made it through the nightmares, and you're like, wait, you're alive? I didn't even gear you up particularly to. I would give Harry Dubois a 3, and a 3 is purely, how the fuck did you make it through this?
I don't
How are
know. I feel like it's so okay. So I haven't played Disco Elysium, so I'm going based off of like the memes and the discussions that my friends have told me. For me, I think like there's also the element of this is just like a normal guy. Well, he's not. He's far from normal. But his mental
no,
health
look at
is
that
in the
man.
dumps. His mental health is awful, and he can just absolutely. He does not have a whole lot of smarts going about him. So I feel like he's the kind of dude who would like get to the boss fight and then trip on something random and smack his head open and die completely unrelated to the boss fight.
I feel, yeah, no. So like a thing about this boss fight too is like you have to trigger it in the first place. Like it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's an event that you have to get
So
three
he's the one who
separate.
triggers it.
Either triggers it or dies like way before you've even started to like try and attempt it in the day. And yeah, either he is making it through and you're like, how the hell did you? I wasn't planning for you to survive. Okay, sure, you're alive. You really shouldn't be. Or he just died randomly.
He does die if you sit in an uncomfortable chair.
And there are abnormalities like that that do that.
Okay.
Additionally, there's a certain level of like, depending on your stats in Lobotomy Corporation, if you go insane with a certain stat high enough, you will just wander and accidentally trigger things. So that could also happen if he went insane enough.
Okay, so here's what I would
I
go
give him a
with.
straight 50-50 and it's bullshit
Oh
odds.
my god. I think I would give him like a 2. I would give him a 2 out of
Mhm.
5 because it is entirely possible that he would pull through out of sheer luck, but he is going in entirely unequipped. The luck,
He is not a star player.
yes,
Not in the
for
slightest.
sure. That's my belief. All right, so
Okay.
next up, submitted by Sweetie Spaghetti, we have the woman who broke early video game rules and set up many protagonists of her kind for the future, Samus from Metroid. As described by Spaghetti, Samus Aran is a bounty hunter of few words and a fearsome warrior. She remains quiet, humble, and solemn despite her great accomplishments, and has devoted her life to maintaining peace in the galaxy. I don't know how much we need to describe. their
Really
debate.
quick to Deldra's point, yeah, I highly agree. I feel like Harry Dubois would be that like one type of cat where you're like, oh my gosh, you managed to live this long. That's what killed you?
Yeah!
Buddy,
that's
we
so
almost
true.
just
I think-
anyways, yeah, Samus is a 5-star map.
Oh, for sure.
She is heavily scarred from the horror labyrinth that I would throw her into, but I would 100% like name my top character in Lobotomy Corporation, Samus Aran, and know that that character will just manage to make it through, and I wouldn't have to worry about her.
I don't know if she would like unscarred is kind of I don't know. She's
Oh
really
no,
tough.
she's making through it scars. She's going to make through it. She's going to be scarred as hell from it.
I
But
suppose, yeah, but I know that she's been through a lot already, and she carries on pretty well.
exactly, no, that's what I mean. I'm like that gal has
that's
gone through it.
fair.
She's scarred as hell. Yeah.
That is true. That is fair. Yes, yes, yes.
That is our clutch machine. She can do anything.
Yeah, I do think that it's a little less of a debate for Samus. She'd
Oh,
definitely
Samus
be
absolutely
fine.
gets messed up, but she doesn't die.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Okay, next up. Here we go. Submitted by Sky Manta 414, we have the protagonist of a game both Rini and I have recently beaten. Here comes Beat from the misnomer Unbeatable. As described by Manta.
Right.
Impulsive leader of the band, breaking laws and breaking jaws, she accidentally summons the silence as the notes you have to hit.
So
Hard to say.
so
So
Beat
she
almost goes into an exception category for me, but I don't. Beat
Here's
is
the thing.
complicated because of what Beat is.
here's the thing is that like she's literally what happens is what she thinks will happen. So if she looks at that beast and thinks, "Oh, I'm going to punch it and it's going to go through like 3 floors into the ceiling," I think she'll be fine. But if she doesn't have
But
that
it's all
kind of
about perspective.
Yeah, but if she doesn't have that kind of confidence, as she looks at that thing and goes,
I should also mention when you see this thing, it does like drop your sanity potentially in half depending on how sane you are. So like that is again, the thing is called Apocalypse Bird, and I must stress that it takes up like half of your screen, and it is a terrifying thing. Also, it actually actively eats your frames no matter how good a PC you have. Yeah, I feel Beat is one of those scenarios where she either is going to be amazing or she's going to be a liability.
And it entirely depends on her mental health in that moment and her confidence.
I think Beat is the opposite of Harry Dubois in that I would place her at a 4.
Yeah, I think I would go with a 3.5 because I think she has a high chance of making it, but if we're doing half points, but like, you know, there's still a little bit of a toss up.
Beat would be one of those characters and I'm like, I'm sorry, girl. If you get killed by this thing, it's gonna be how it is, and I'm not resetting the day for you.
That's so fair.
And also, like, you gave it your best shot, but also, yeah, no, honey, you're not getting through this. You are either going to be clutch or you're not going to be clutch in the slightest.
Yeah. So, yeah, 3.5 works for me. I think I'm going to stand by that one. I love her design.
The thing with Unbeatable's art is that Unbeatable's art is very much intended to be something that like would give you brain worms to draw, right? Like they were really trying to aim for that like early trigger design philosophies, especially like inspiring people to draw. I feel
all of the character designs are very simple, and the shapes are like simple enough that but they're still iconic. Like the silhouette is still very well designed.
Yes.
Because that's the biggest thing, is if you're doing more simple clothing, the silhouette is even more important.
For sure.
That's my opinion anyway. All right, hold on. Taking a drink before we move forward. All right. Next up, submitted by Kitsunora, we have the littlest guy who's determined to get it right no matter how many times it takes. Ghost from Hollow Knight. As described by Kitsu, a little guy who will absolutely cake over your cornflakes and walk away wordlessly. He hasn't had a bad day or anything, he just felt like ruining your breakfast. Of note that some valuable bonus commentary was added. It goes a little like this. Direct quote from the protagonist of Hollow Knight.
I mentioned earlier that there's like you can easily reset the day as many times as you want, no matter how hellish it is. Yeah. I do believe that the ghost does place into Blorbo category where like I'm refusing to let the ghost die. That is my little buddy. I would definitely say that like he can make it through the horrors, but also I think that they probably have a knack to just die randomly, constantly, to like the dumbest of things, and so you reset constantly for them.
But I think like you gotta think about the mechanics of Ghost themselves. Like, Ghost does not die, like within canon. Doesn't Ghost like is it
correct,
like the rezzing? Yes. So I don't think it even matters if Ghost dies. Ghost will still be back. The night
I'm also just thinking of how many times you've probably died in Hollow Knight.
Well, I've only played the beginning, and I didn't die that much because a lot of people gave me like infinite the blue health things because we were doing it with crowd control. So chatters could mess with my game. During the first boss, 2 separate people both gave me near end game bosses. At the same time, so I had like 3 bosses in my arena, and it is frankly a miracle I did not die.
Amazing. I would probably give, I mean, yeah, Ghost is, I gestured to all of Hollow Knight lore. Yeah, I'd put Ghost on like a level 4.
Ghost is quite literally unkillable. I would give Ghost a 5.
Ghost is kind of, Ghost is kind of next to Beat where we start to break out of the scale ratings, but I'm keeping that clause for that clause a little bit. Julie, you may have to reconnect again.
Oh god damn it. Okay, hold on.
That version of Ghost kept tripping over. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. We should be all set now.
Beautiful.
But yeah, like, Ghost just has infinite res, and seems to be very determined to make things happen no matter how many times it takes. I think Ghost will be fine, even if it's a little clumsy at first. I'm giving Ghost a 5. Little Ghost. Random fact, the world's oldest cat lived to 38 years and 3 days old, named Cream Puff. Oh, that's cute. We have
That
Cream
is
Puff in
old as
chat.
hell.
We
Oh
have a
my
Cream
gosh.
Puff in chat.
That's amazing.
Infinite Riz! That would be impressive.
That'd be very impressive.
For sure. All right. Coming up next, submitted by Purple is the Best, we have the lovely and whimsical Sarasa Watanabe from Kageki Shoujo. As a little bonus tidbit of information, she is the protagonist for the first anime Chula ever got to voice in. And she herself is voiced by Oz, also known as Spectral Fusion, another VTuber that I hang out with sometimes. As described by Purple, Sarasa Watanabe is an endlessly positive and upbeat theater student who joined an all-female acting troupe so that she can play male roles and one day play Lady Oscar. When she was young, she wanted to play in kabuki but wasn't allowed to because she was born a girl. She's tall, eccentric, and terrible at blending into a crowd. Sadasa's a normal girl. She's relatively athletic. She's pretty fit and has like a normal person's level of feats of athleticism. I put a normal girl in this labyrinth. Oh my god.
Yeah.
She's very determined and quite positive, and while there's plenty of she will try her best going around here, she's not really physically equipped for something like this.
How about mentally equipped? How mentally equipped is she to see horrible death and everything?
Her mental health, I would say, I would put at surprisingly higher. She did what's a good thing I can quote from season 1? She approached a stalker. Her friend had a stalker. And she sat down and instead of being scared and afraid, she sat down and gave this stalker a good talking to, a proper scolding, and it worked for one, and she came out the other end perfectly fine. A lot of people around her have had significantly more trauma than she has, and she's able to take that pretty well in stride. So I would say from once again, an average person's perspective, that I would say she's pretty resilient, but has not exactly been through a lot of trauma herself to have built up that kind of resistance.
I'm giving her a 1.5, and I think that's the highest I'm gonna go.
I think a 1.5 is very fair for the sake of I think
that sounds like a new hire to my facility that I'm gonna be having to train up decently, and she's going to be witnessing a lot of people die, and she's gonna have to get used to this corporation.
Yeah, it's gonna take her a while to really work her way up, but as she is now, I think a 1.5 is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yo, Ossington. She's putting the pear wiggler on Chula. True. Putting Sarasa in the pear wiggler.
This is me just being like, let's get people's blorbos handed to me, and I'll be like, okay, can they survive in the worst fucking game known to man? It's not a bad game. It's just also a hell game.
Yeah. But that's kind of what I like about what we've been doing with Rate That Character. It's not about how much we like the characters, what we would do in this specific situation. It's kind of fun.
Yes.
It's more of a thought experiment. All right, next up, let me pull this one up here. Submitted by Sweaty Spaghetti, not to be confused with Sweetie Spaghetti. I assume it's a typo. We have the best girl. We have, the dog who lets all dogs go to heaven. It's Amaterasu from the game Okami, as described by Spaghetti. Puppy,
so we're going to get
the god of the sun.
We're gonna get into my clause territory, which is that's not a person, and as so can't be hired by the corporation. That is, however, a friendly abnormality that we can hire to help us in taking on this threat, and so she gets the very good girl mark in my scale.
Oh yeah. She's like a literal goddess. She's taking a literal goddess, so
she is the kind of thing that would be like the type of SCP containment thing we'd be working on, I feel.
That's true.
In Lobotomy Corporation, there are helpful abnormalities that you can kind of get to help you in certain conditions. Sometimes they have watch out parts to them, but some can be useful and help you
Oh,
out if you know how to use them properly. And I
I
feel
see.
Atarasu and also all of her lore is one that like could be very useful, but also could go bad if things go wrong.
I
But it's
mean,
fine.
like,
She's a very intelligent pupper. I agree.
she's
Yes.
well. I mean, like, I'm assuming she has like a humanoid form, even within
I'm
canon.
putting
It's
her above.
just.
I'm also like putting
Mhm.
her above an average human, like even like an
That's
above
fair.
average
Yes.
person. Like that is a goddess pupper.
Yeah,
Even if
she's
she like
she's
is
literally a
kind of
god.
downscaled to a pupper in the game. I play
Mhm.
Okami. She yeah, she gets good pupper on the scale of 1 to 5.
That's
She
so
gets good
fair.
pupper.
Good uppy. A little doggy. I love her a lot. I think she'd do a pretty good job. I think she'd do a great job, and I think she'd come out the other end perfectly fine. All right, here's the next one that's going to be very interesting to discuss. Submitted by Anonymous, we have a classic favorite in the form of a reserved, silly, and deeply traumatized Sifrin from In Stars and Time. Sifrin came with this description. Sifrin is the party rogue and self-described funny jokes person, using puns to cheer up the people around them and in battle as names for his skills. They're perceptive and easygoing, but on the other hand, he is also forgetful, refuses help from others, and feels the need to mask.
As Harlequin already pointed out, yeah, it's already in a time loop. Already in a time loop. Minor spoilers for Lobotomy Corporation.
Yeah,
Lobotomy
yeah.
Corporation is a time
Oh,
loop.
I
I
didn't
think
know that.
Sifrin does place by the Blorbo rules also, where like I feel anyone would just reset for Sifrin
Oh,
anyways.
true. Oh, true.
But oh my god, they'll
I
get through it. But oh my god,
Sifrin's sanity. Sifrin's sanity
Sifrin's
would
sanity.
be so low.
So bad. It's so
would
bad.
be
It's
so
so bad.
Sifrin's not resilient is the thing.
Yeah, I think Sifrin barely gets through purely because we reset for Sifrin and also just, oh my god, yeah, Sifrin is a torn up Blorbo so much,
They're very
even more
much
than Hollow
like,
Knight.
yeah.
Even more than Hollow Knight, I think, because Sifrin
Mhm.
has such bad sanity. Sifrin has such
Yeah.
bad sanity.
They're like very powerful, so like they are strong. They are helpful in that regard. But I just think that their sanity would get so low to the point where they're off doing their own thing. They're fucking
Yeah.
things up all the time.
Welcome to the city, Sifrin. You should not. Oh, I know this is a terrible place for you.
Yeah. Oh boy, so I think I'm gonna go with like a 3 out of 5.
I give Sifrin like a.
Oh, it's okay,
I
Star
can't.
Dynamo. Sifrin is he, they. Either works.
I give Sifrin a just redacted out of 5. I don't think can give Sifrin a score because things are so bad and messed up for them that any attempt to assign a score is like
That's
impossible.
So fair. Well, they won't die, I guess.
They're not gonna die. They will make it through, so that is good at least. But
well, they do
yeah,
die. Technically, he does die a lot of times.
he does die
But
a
you know
lot
what
of
I mean.
times. Yeah,
Much like Ghost, he
like
comes back.
Lobotomy Corporation is just a worse time loop to be thrown into, I think.
Oh goodness, oh goodness.
At least Sifrin has friends, sort of, kind of,
True.
time loop things.
But like, he notoriously does not rely on his friends when he needs to.
Correct, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Which I
Sifrin
feel
is
like
fate's
Sifrin,
birth and death.
again, Lobotomy Corporation is the thing where like, okay, you're all sort of workers and like it's office work, except your office work is studying and working with SCPs. So I think Sifrin would settle well into that, but also hate their life extremely.
Oh yeah, very much. Okay, let's see here.
We have one final one, I believe. Yes.
We sure do. Let me scroll down a little. Submitted by Draws, we've got the Beast of Endless Hunger, Kirby from Kirby! As Dell describes him, first you draw a circle, then you dot the eyes, add a great big smile, and presto, it's K Kirby! Kirby is shaped like a friend, and is also one of the most powerful beings in the cosmos, namesake of the Joy Curbs.
So like, yeah, Kirby just breaks the game.
Yeah, no.
Kirby would
Kirby
probably be the
wins.
hardest super boss in the game. Kirby is just a worse super boss than this super boss, and
Kirby-
so like
Kirby is an
Yeah.
abnormality.
Kirby is an abnormality, and the abnormality that you least want to piss off because it will just break everything and make you have to hard reset to day one and reset like hours and hours and hours of progress.
Kirby has defeated eldritch gods.
So many of Lobotomy Corporation's worst threats are chew toys to Kirby, and I think the devs would be insane to put Kirby in the game because it would be unfair to the players. That is my
It's not a question of if Kirby will win, it's a question of how much destruction will occur in the wake of Kirby's victory march.
Kirby has been thrown so many eldritch threats, and also we have to consider the fact that every time Kirby is in a game outside of Kirby, Kirby is always the only one to survive. Like,
Really? I didn't know this.
oh, in every Smash game, every time Smash does a story cutscene or something where like usually everyone gets fucked up except Kirby.
That's
It's always
insane!
Kirby who managed. Like, for one part, that is Sakurai's baby. On the other part, I do have to imagine Sakurai is just going to a certain degree, being like, this is a puffball of extreme power. The power scale, yeah, Kirby survives.
Oh,
Kirby
that's
just
so
survives.
cute. That's extremely cute. Oh, I love
Yeah,
that.
like Smash Ultimate starts with all 70 plus characters or whatever being completely evaporated from existence, and then Kirby just gets out, and Kirby is the only one that gets out because Kirby is Kirby. It's like, yeah, Kirby can fly at the speed of light on a goddamn star. No other character in Smash can do that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Kirby is just the most powerful thing ever, and we're very lucky that Kirby is on our side, and yeah, don't want to see if it was ever not the case.
For sure, for sure. All right, and that is the end of Rate That Character. So I'm gonna open the audience question section. So if anybody has any questions that they'd like to ask Rinny while we're here, by all means, now is the time.
I saw the Kirby suggestion and I was just like, oh yes, we're doing Kirby for sure. I'd love to have to consider Kirby in like the context of Lobotomy Corporation because I think that would be the most horrific thing in existence. To
Yeah, that's so fair.
having to realize Kirby is like a full SCP is, I think, would be terrifying and would break everything. That would be, yeah.
It's pretty great. I think it's fun.
Every Kirby story is like some eldritch entity landed on the earth and then Kirby fixed the problem and scared an even more eldritch entity into running the fuck away.
Yeah.
Either be Kirby's friend and fix things or find a pocket of space and time that Kirby does not really care about finding you in currently. Do you have any tips for horn care? So honestly, I think it matters on the type and texture of your horns. Some dragons do need, and horns beings do need to use a little bit of sandpaper, just depending on like how your horns grow and everything. It depends on like if they're more like antlers or regular horns. Some manner of polishing that you would usually do with like wood or like can be done. It all depends on texture and like the curvature, thickness.
I've heard that some people do like a wax coating.
Yeah. With me, it's more of it's pretty much a decent polishing. I don't really do much sanding or anything. I maybe have to do like a little bit of filing on like the horn tips, but that's so I don't accidentally like stab someone's eye out. When fiddling, but that's.
Well, they'd have to be getting really close to your ear for that.
Can't say that.
Yeah?
I have been sworn to behave.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Speaking from experience, can't say that.
Oh no! I'm actually loving this bit. It's pretty good.
It is a good bet. I'll maybe continue this into Among Us. It's an easy bet. Yeah,
Oh,
sworn to
that's so
say
funny.
so. Yeah. Well, the funny thing is that like I'm a little bit adult friendly, but I'm not like that adult in
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
Typically, anytime I'm in a collab, things get hornier around me, even though I'm just like, okay, well.
Yeah, no, I get that. I kind of
Just
have
my
to be like,
presence.
resign myself to everybody else being crazy when I'm doing like a big collab.
My presence makes everybody else hornier, I guess, which makes sense because
Well, you have horns.
aphrodisiac poisons and such. Well, I mean that, and like also poisons and all. Right, because you have horns, exactly. Unsay so nexus, exactly. Yes. Does your
Oh,
tail grow back? Have you ever dropped and lost your tail?
that's a good one.
No comment.
No comment. What?
I've
What
lost
could
some
have happened?
spines, and those grow back at least, but
Oh,
what's
I
the
see.
weirdest thing you've ever eaten? Okay, do you want like in character or out of character question here? Like,
That's a
well,
good
we have,
question too.
I mean, the apple pie plus hash browns, I feel as a totality was kind of the weirdest thing I've ever eaten.
That is
Um,
fair.
I feel like that just in the combination is the weirdest thing I've ever eaten. Because overall, I think to like, well, no, I never ate that. One time, when I was working at like a family-owned Italian restaurant, my coworkers were bored, and so got a pizza dough, put
Okay.
mayo on it,
Oh no.
put gummy worms on it, and
Oh,
I'm not
no.
going to describe the rest because it's already bad mouthfeel in
Oh.
totality. I did not taste it.
Oh no.
I did not want to taste it in the slightest, but yep, they threw
Oh no.
everything in the kitchen sink on that just out of boredom. And that's probably the worst case of boredom striking I've ever seen.
But I think that's funny.
Yes.
I cannot think of anything weird that I have eaten. I'm pretty sure that my disgust instinct is strong enough that I just don't.
Well, I also am like, I don't want to like consider, I don't consider cultural foods weird because everyone has different cultures and everything.
Yeah.
But like, weird by any culture. When I was working working at this restaurant, I would have my stress food would not be French fries because I would get way too overweight from that. My stress food was grab a hot dog bun, put lettuce in it, put some marinara sauce on the lettuce. There's my stress food, quickly gone, also very cheap.
Oh God.
That
I
was my
guess
stress food.
That's not like unhealthy, I suppose, but that does not sound like a good flavor combination.
No, it was okay. It wasn't like, I think it's because like it was more so for like the texture and everything I needed more than anything, like having like the softness of the bread, the crunch of the lettuce, yes, and then just a little bit of warmth of the marinara sauce. Like that was my stress food.
So it was a texture
I would sometimes
thing,
I would sometimes just snack on lettuce by itself too. And like lettuce is cheap, and I need a stress food.
I actually, my boyfriend's like that. He actually used to always keep a head of lettuce in the fridge.
Ooh, favorite food to cook. I really love Japanese curry. Japanese curry was like one of my first recipes that I properly learned and like actually like sat down and really learned. I highly recommend Just One Cookbook's recipe of it. It's a really nice warm dish that's also highly customizable with any sort of meat that you want. I prefer chicken, but I really like the flavor customization of it. You can customize like the spice level, the texture of it. I really like Japanese curry a lot.
Oh, I love curry.
I love a lot of Asian cuisine. There's a lot of Asian cooking techniques across like the continent that I really love studying and everything. And I also just love the way that they approach ingredients and the way that they really just use so many natural like fresh ingredients and all.
Yeah, they do.
I think that's probably one of my favorites.
I think it's really interesting is that they don't stock up groceries in the fridge for the entire week. They usually buy groceries for their meals like day of. So everything is like peak fresh. And I always think that's like, very interesting.
Their things are a lot more priced for that and all, right? Which is a factor.
I'm curious. Chat, what do you think my favorite food to cook is? I'm curious to see what they think.
Nachos with cheese.
You would think I have made nachos before. It's not a frequent for me.
Okay, Chula. Congratulations, 30-year-old woman. You've made nachos once in your life. Wow. Do you want a medal? Do you want me to call you good girl?
Oh.
Did that actually just get you? Oh my god.
It took me a second to process. But no, I've done it a few times, but not too many.
Do you want a piece of cheese, Chula? Do you want me to pat you on the head and oh my god.
Chili oil. Okay, chili oil's a really good guess. Specifically because that is something that I have been wanting to make from scratch for a really long time. I keep saying,
talking about favorite thing to cook. I wouldn't consider chili oil a favorite thing to cook.
Oh, you do though? Okay, so chili oil, I actually know the recipe even though I haven't done it.
Yeah.
Chili oil, what you do is you boil the oil beforehand, and then you
Yeah.
pour it into a bottle with dried chilies and oftentimes garlic and some other
Mm-hmm.
seasonings.
Yeah.
I really want to make it.
I always have a jar of chili crisps ready to go. It's like one of my must-haves in my pantry. A perfect thing to add to like instant ramen and such. I love chili crisps so much. Treating Chula like a dog? I'm not treating her like a dog. I'm treating her like my mousey.
Help
There's a
me!
difference.
Help! Anyway, the answer is marinara sauce for spaghetti. I
Oh,
do put cheese on. It is with cheese. I do Parmesan on the side.
gotcha, gotcha,
But I love
gotcha.
marinara sauce from scratch is so good. Anyway, we can move on.
Look, the thing with me is I enjoy shapeshifting a lot, so like if I'm teasing someone, yeah, I will just mess with their form and such if I want to. And also they're
So
comfortable with
cute.
that. Consent is important, but yes.
It's funny. It's funny. You're allowed. You can joke about me being a mouse.
Careful, don't give me too much permission. I will get carried away. But
Oh, pets.
uh,
Do you have any pets? And if not, what kind of animal would you like to have as a pet?
I actually grew up having a lot of tree frogs. That was something that I had very frequently. Tree frogs
frogs.
and beta fish were something that, yeah, no, for whatever reason, that was
That's so
just
cool.
I think it was a ju- uh a thing that uh, was given to me
Mhm.
frequently. Was like any cheap pets like peeper
Mhm.
frogs and such were also really cheap, and beta fish are really unfortunately cheap. But also like growing up in my household, we often took in a lot of rescue animals. So we had like multiple birds, we had a few cats, a dog. I'm very much a cat person. I enjoy cats a lot. I would love to have a pigeon someday. A pigeon is something that I would be really
They're
interested
so
in having, mainly
pretty.
because it's kind of like a thing of practicality for, well, not practicality, but like uh the fact that we disrespected pigeons so much as a society after making them literally, our friends for so many
They're
years.
such sweet
I think it's
guys.
Yeah, I think it's just the principle of it that I would love to look into, possibly having a pigeon someday and seeing about care and everything.
We have so many mourning doves that come around in this area, and they make me so happy every time. So pigeons are doves, so they're heavily related.
I love Dungeon Meshi so much. I actually have there's a artist online who's made a Dungeon Meshi themed cookbook and like a measuring sheet and everything
Oh, I
that I
can't.
love so much.
I
Let me see if I
can't.
can find it really.
I
Oh, you
can't
can't watch
watch
Dungeon
that
Meshi?
show. No, I can't. No.
Oh no.
Uh, no, gross.
Because technically cannibalism?
Yeah.
I see, I see.
No.
That sucks. I really love the way that that show approaches the culture of cooking and all. And it's like Marcia's a really great character to
Mhm.
have with it, where they approach like a thing. If a thing looks gross, kind of challenge yourself a little bit on it. Anyways, uh, Watery Day. I'm linking it here. Made biggest thing I love from this is they had a kitchen conversions sheet, which,
Oh.
oh my god, I appreciate having so much. Having been in Canada, fuck the goddamn imperial system. Oh my god,
I
metric system is so
struggle
much better
so
for cooking.
hard converting those.
Having a conversion sheet is such a good
That's
thing in the
awesome.
kitchen. I highly recommend getting like, and this is a magnet, a conversion sheet, so I'm able
Oh,
to
a
slap it on the fridge,
magnet.
and I love it so much.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Uh, I hate any baking recipe that's not in grams. Baking is such a particular science that any
Yes.
baking recipe that's an imperial, I'm like, okay, I don't trust you. I just dismiss it out of hands.
It's so hard to measure grams. We actually do have a gram scale in our
I
kitchen because my one of my roommates, Aram, bakes a lot. So
Yes, I don't measure things when I'm like
hello,
cooking,
banana,
but
welcome.
baking I will always measure if it's something new I'm tackling. Baking is just it is a science with things, so I like to measure for baking.
Mhm.
Cooking is all vibes. Cooking is all vibes. It's like, did I add enough seasoning here? Let me taste the broth really quick. Okay, not enough. Let me add in another pound of chili flakes. My roommates will thank me.
Yeah, I love spicy shit. By all
I
means.
love spice so much. My toxic trait that I add to things, I always add chili flakes and lemon juice constantly to things. Like anytime in post, I'll be like, if I'm making a pasta, that thing is getting so much lemon juice and a little bit of chili
I
flakes. But
big
also
fan
like
of lemon
soup, I'll
juice as
often.
well.
Yeah, I love a bit of lemon tanginess.
Oh, wonderful. Both of my neighbors keep pigeons. Oh, that's so cool, to be honest.
Spice or white people spice, I handle a maximum spice rating at like any sort of ramen restaurant or such, and like when they actually are charging. Yeah, no, I
When
love my heat.
when like an Indian restaurant uses proper Indian heat, like real Indian spicing and not like white people adjusted spices, I'm like a 4 out of 5.
Black pepper is not even on the scale of heat to
Yeah,
me.
no. Black pepper's nothing.
Yeah, I. Oh my gosh, here's a funny story that I could have actually thought of. For one of my vocal auditions once in high
Yeah.
school, I ate a habanero pepper that day as part of a science experiment.
Oh no.
I had not eaten a habanero pepper up to that point, and I'm like, how spicy can it be? It's probably around a jalapeno, right? Oh, it's that many Scovilles?
I mean,
I'll
like,
probably
I
be
can
fine.
do it, but like it's fine. But I'm like, it's
I
eating one raw is crazy.
I have no idea who King Chris is.
Neither do I.
Yeah, no, it was a science experiment on like high water level of
Yeah,
vegetables and
yeah.
such. I'm like, if we have a spare pepper, I'm gonna eat this, and I did. And my other like people in my choir classes were like, what the fuck did you just do? I'm like, oh right, there's an audition today. Anyways, I got in just fine. I was okay. It was a rocky audition, but like
Congratulations!
even me on my rockiness was fine. I mean, this was 10 years ago,
Yeah,
girl.
yeah, 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 yeah.
But thank you. What's up, Basil? Oh, the fact that I did that. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
high school me was silly. Again, like, you missed the apple pie story, but I had apple pie and I had liquid apple pie.
Oh, that's
God.
great. Well, so we're hitting my out time
We
because
are, yes.
unfortunately, I have a required school Zoom meeting, despite being an online student, that they didn't tell me about until Monday. That is in 20 minutes, so I need to start running. It's been a
We managed to do
wonderful.
everything well, though.
Yeah, we
Yes.
did. We hit within the time, so it was no problem.
Hell yeah.
Let me go find somebody I can start rating.
Thank you so much for inviting me to do this. It was...
Thank you.
I
Thank you for
panicked with the
coming.
opening, but we did it fine. I bullshitted my way through.
And I would like to give you another chance to talk about your 1.0 while you're here.
Right, yes, while you're finding something to raid. So I will be streaming at 2 p.m. EST this Saturday for my birthday, and it'll also be my official 1.0 re-debut, featuring a whole new lore video, a lot of new toggles, redeems, and some other big surprises as well. Liquid Apple Pie story after, I can just link you the VOD. It's like early on in the VOD if you'd like. I think that was like the... Oh wait, no, that was the second thing we talked about. Uh, it's hard to recount that story because it's so silly and bullshit.
It's fun though.
It is fun. I'm like, that's a silly story. That's so funny. But yeah, no, thank you, Julia, so much for inviting me, and thank you again for allowing me to like shout out my stuff. Also, I
It
wrote
was
the
a good
scripts to a
time.
visual novel. If you are into Toxic Yuri, I highly recommend going to play Amaretto, which is about a 4 to 6 hour length of Toxic Yuri visual novel submitted for this year's Toxic Yuri Visual Novel Game Jam. Very good Toxic Yuri. I'm very proud of the script that I wrote for it and the art that my wonderful friends drew and the whole soundtrack that we have. But yeah, otherwise, I stream pretty regularly over on Twitch once I'm streaming again. I tackle all sorts of story narrative-based content as well as exploring games that you've likely not heard of before, like Lobotomy Corporation, and telling you why you should play it in most down-to-earth layman terms as possible.
Yeah, and I'm really happy for you that it went so well as well. All right, so
What
I
went
am
so
going
well?
to.
I just said
think I'm
three
going
things. What went so well?
Oh, I just mean like Amaretto specifically. I'm
Oh
really glad
yes,
that went so well.
I believe the judging should be happening end of this month.
Oh,
Unsure.
that's exciting! I look forward to it. All right,
Mhm.
so since we are here, I would like to raid into Piff, who is playing some Fields of Mysteria, which is an excellent game and I adore her. So I'm like, ooh, I want to support that. Let's go hang out with Piff.
Yeah, let's go, let's go.
All right, remember to Wahoo raid on your way out. It's been so wonderful having you all today. Okay, sorry, 1 second. I've got a little mod thing that I want to take care of here.
No worries, no worries.
Somebody I would like to get rid of. Well,
Oh, I was just gonna say worry about it after stream, but yeah, I was handling that on my end as well.
yep. Yeah, no worries.
I was
No
just not gonna
thanks.
pay any attention to him. Like, there's
It was
no
much
need to remotely.
appreciated. But yeah, take care,
Yeah.
everybody. I'll see y'all next week. So long. It's been
Bye
a
bye bye
wonderful
bye.
time. Mwah! My next
Girl.
schedule will be up on Sunday. Catch ya!